Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Will he be in Sacramento in 2026?
What's that?
Will he be in Sacramento in 2026?
Where's he going?
I love LA. You sound like you're from London.
L.A., London. Dual residencies for Carmichael Dave. Carmichael Dave. Yeah, Dave is off today. We're going to be off tomorrow. Thursday. And Friday? What? That's bananas. That's bananas.
So if this is our last day this week,
yeah,
that makes this our
Friday.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Yes! And there are the donuts. No donuts. Probably a good thing. Campeo says Dave's last day was September 9th.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's probably right. MC already saying hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, MC. I agree. Please do that. Good morning to Mark, Campeo, MC, all of you that are checking in this morning. Our text line, 916-339-1140. You can say hello over there. Check in with us, see what you're doing this morning. It's foggy again. Not as bad as yesterday, I don't think, but still pretty foggy. Be careful. We have Kings basketball tonight. We are going to discuss that today about the Kings and Clippers, kind of who's better off going forward. Some individuals we're going to compare today on the show. We're also going to reflect on 2025, look ahead to 2026. Do you have any New Year's Eve traditions besides drink heavily, Chris?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
You are Chris, right?
Yeah.
You still go by Chris? No. What are you doing New Year's Eve this year?
Nothing.
No plans?
Nope. Wake up when all the mortars start going off in my neighborhood.
4th of July is still worse, right?
4th of July is just longer. It's just, 4th of July is May 20th to July 17th.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I think I remember discussing this last year. I do remember discussing this last year. You did not, if I remember right, know anything about pots and pans?
No.
You did or didn't?
Did.
That's
what we did do.
That's okay. I did. I think it was maybe Alan or others like, no, I never even heard about doing pots and pans. I don't know if that still happens. I haven't done it in years. I remember being a kid, loving that routine. It was like, one, get to stay up till midnight. Like to see that happen. And then,
we get to hear it on the radio, Grandma?
I I don't remember. No, I remember like counting it down, getting to the new year, and then going outside, Happy New Year, and have like a metal spoon and a little pot and just go out and yell it. And then I realized I think my brother and I were the only people out in the front. Maybe it wasn't a thing. Maybe a few people down the street would do it. But, yeah, I like New Year's Eve. There's something about it. It's a good reflection point. Do you make it to midnight? You make it to midnight, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? I can't remember the last time I didn't make it to midnight to celebrate and to bring in the new year. I can't. I always do.
I definitely.
You've done New Year's?
Probably like a couple times in the last. Well, sometimes I've been like really sick.
Oh.
That would be like the time that I would get sick.
Yeah, and then you're like, I don't care what day, what time. I'm going to bed.
There's like a solid like 3 times that's happened.
That you've just shut it down because you're sick. Your body's saying, you're not making it to New Year's. We're hoping we're making it into the new year because you've been that sick.
Yeah, I'm not a big New Year's person.
Really?
It doesn't matter to me.
Just another day.
Yep.
It's just another day. Can you believe it, Chris? 2026.
Unbelievable.
Was there ever a year when you were growing up that you're like, I don't know, that you just looked forward to, or that you couldn't believe, like, oh, that'll be weird when it's like, for me, it was 2000. Like, that was like, can you believe, like, we're going to go from the 1900, like, and there was the whole Y2K thing was just such a, well, it proved to be a myth, but there were people legitimately concerned about that, turning from 1999 to 2000, what possibilities could happen, and nothing happened. But that was a significant, I remember like growing up, oh, I'm going to be this age when I'm in 2000. That'll be so weird. And then now that you're past 2000, I don't know. For me, none of them have.
Ironically, for me, it was 1999.
Going from 98 to 99?
Yeah, that felt like a bigger deal than
2000. Okay. But you were
it's
pretty
like,
young.
oh man, we're going to hear the Prince song a lot, aren't we?
But you were pretty young at that point.
Yeah, I was 14. 14?
Okay. But so 2000 wasn't weird. It wasn't like, so let me see, you would have been a sophomore in high school, freshman or sophomore, and you're like, big 2000 party?
No,
nothing like that. Also, it's Christmas break. You're like, let's get away. Let's get away. Yeah, I've always liked the end of the year. I don't know. It's a good reflection point, like I said, bringing in the new year, bringing in new hope, all that, and it's just another day on the calendar. And a lot of people do that. I've been guilty of that before, where I'll see like, I'm going to start that in the new year. I'm going to start it in the new year. It's like, well, if you have a goal and you're trying to start something, I mean, now it's the 30th, but start it. Start it in November if that's what you're trying to do in the new year. You don't have to wait, but a lot of people, there's some sort of lining up for them. It's January 1st. I'm starting January 1st. And I know isn't that the thing like gyms blow up then? Like, yeah, everybody's at the gym on January 2nd. And it's like, well, great. Are they there on the 14th? Are they there on the 19th? And then they're done. Yeah. So best of luck to everybody, and be safe coming up on the new year. But it's our final show of 2025. Someone's in here tomorrow morning. We'll let you know who that'll be. And Friday. Everybody's off Thursday with the New Year's Day. But so no traditions on New Year's Eve for you? Nothing on New Year's Day?
Nope.
The one we've done for a while here is not unfortunately, I look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. The Kings will play New Year's Day again, and they're playing Boston. They have played on New Year's Eve recently. I remember there was a game at home a couple years ago against Memphis. I'm like, New Year's Eve, but I think they played it at 2. So it was home by 5, and that's fine. But usually with the family, usually a lot of games on and friends on New Year's Eve. There is the myth, legend, whatever, of my family believes in this one. And it isn't my favorite because of the food, but I should look up the meaning. Chris, have you heard about cabbage and black eyed peas?
No.
Let me see if I can look that up. So you have no knowledge of what that is?
Nope.
What's your guess on what that might mean for
cabbage and black eyed peas together, cooked? Hopefully
they don't have to be cooked together. Cabbage, it comes up. Do you know what that might signify?
A really crappy year.
Okay, well, here we go. Eating cabbage and black-eyed peas. They don't have to be together. I mean, they're cooked separately. I might sneeze here. Hang on a second. Eating cabbage and black-eyed peas on New Year's is a southern U.S. tradition believed to bring good luck, that's in the peas, and financial prosperity and money in the cabbage for the upcoming year. The meal represents a fresh start, often rooted in historical resilience during hard times. So, I like black-eyed peas. I don't love cabbage. But that is something that my family will make. And we'll have other stuff too. But
I've done you've had my southern fried cabbage, right?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that you liked.
I do. I mean, I'll eat it. I don't like the way I would do examples of any of these things is if I went to a restaurant and cabbage was listed as an item or a side, it's like I would not order it. I would find something else. That's just me. Now, when I eat it, it's fine. Just not a preference. Black-eyed peas, I love the way they make it. They're good to me. I don't know that I've ever had them at a restaurant. Maybe I have. But there's just some things. I don't know. Don't you have a list of things that for whatever reason, even if you kind of like them, you may not eat them at a restaurant? Like, I like pancakes. I rarely order pancakes at a restaurant. I will have, I'd rather have eggs, bacon, sausage, toast, whatever.
Can't think of anything.
Well, you just recently, you went to our establishment, Roosters, again, and you had chilaquiles.
Yeah.
And you like that.
Yeah.
I thought you said you'd never had them before.
No, I've had them before.
Oh. What was your text?
I never had them there before.
Oh, gotcha. But there's nothing like that on your list that you don't really order if you go out, even if it's a common thing. Like the one thing I've done now more than ever, I don't remember ever buying donuts. That's to me something that people bring to a workplace and you're like, oh, I'll have a donut. But I don't go on my own to buy a donut. Like if I'll bring him somewhere. Like, oh, I'm bringing donuts. But it's like, I need a donut. Let me stop by the donut shop and get a donut.
Well, most times that you want a donut, you're bringing
donuts
them for everybody.
But I just don't think, really, to me, it's been more of, hey, people at the show will eat them. Let's bring in donuts. Oh, I'll eat one because they're here. But I don't know. That's just something I never would crave to buy or in pursuit to buy. But does anyone else have any New Year's Eve, New Year's Day traditions? Certainly let us know. And I hope most people try to make it into the new year. But some people do the New York New Year. Some, get to 9 o'clock. And
some people do the UK New Year.
What time is that?
4.
And then what? They go to bed?
Huh? Call it a day.
At 4. When was the last time you went to bed at 4?
When I went to England.
There you go. All right, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140 if you'd like to text in to the show. Also, like we said, our Sactown Sports YouTube page, we are up there. You could see our smiling faces this morning. Hit that thumbs up button. Like MC said, we appreciate that while you're here doing that and checking us out this morning. On the show today, we will have some reflections on 2025. We will look ahead to 2026. We got some NFL to discuss. The Week 17 action ended yesterday, and some new wrinkles have now developed with the Falcons win over the Rams. We'll discuss that. We also have last night in the NBA, a potential scary injury in the NBA we'll be discussing. We will have 3 for Madness. We will discuss the Kings in 2025. We got our highs and lows and maybe some things to expect in 2026 for the Kings. Joining us at 8 o'clock, we missed him. We know it's one of everybody's favorite segments, Thursdays at 8 with Sam Amick. Well, we're going to do it Tuesdays with Sam at 8
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
We'll see if he's doing that this morning. Hello. Sam is going to join us at 8 o'clock this morning. I know a lot of you look forward to that. Also, we will have a look at some predictions for tonight's Kings-Clippers, 3 in the key. We will preview that game and reflect on our head coach, Doug Christie, who now has spent 1 full calendar year as the head coach. He's been interim, But now he's been the head coach, kind of how Doug has done. We'll evaluate that, preview the Kings and Clippers. We got what's on deck. We've got crosstalk with Chris Watkins today, who's in for Alan Stiles, who's in the afternoon. We've got shuffling. Everybody's shuffling today.
Every day.
Every day. And we've got that, and we'll wrap it up with celebrity birthdays. A big day on celebrity birthdays. December 30th. Sneaky big day.
Oh, thank God Alan isn't here.
Why?
We can actually get to the birthdays.
Yeah. The amount of times he will sidebar during birthdays and then go, wait, what was your guess? After you said like 42, and then we're on to something. Wait, what did you say? And then you'll say 42. Okay, 43.
Who leads in that category, him or Dave?
I think Alan, but it's close. It's very, very close between
Dave is big on, that reminds me of this song and this song and this song. Who are we talking about? Yeah. Bob Seger? No, Bob Saget.
Yeah. Oh, then, wait, did you ever see him in, and then it's like, and he also, imagine him, then Mount Bobmore, and then we're going down that row. And then Alan will jump in. I'm like, these guys, get a load of these guys. My goodness. All right, let's start you out with a little leading off.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
It was a 3-game slide that really drew the ire of J.J. Redick. And the Lakers have responded impressively with a victory over the Kings of 125 to 101.
With a couple of days in L.A., do we know, Chris? Maybe Dave went to L.A. I love L.A. Could have gone to that Laker game because he loves L.A. Could be going to the Clipper game tonight, to the Intuit Dome. Oh, that's right. We should ask Henry. Henry's down there. He's going to be checking out the jersey wall, which reportedly has, when I was at the broadcast meetings 2 years ago, so this is going to be the season the Intuit Dome was opening, one of the things they were bragging about was that Steve Ballmer wanted a jersey wall, and he wanted a jersey from every California high school. And the story was great the way it was told to the guy who was saying it to the people at the broadcast meeting. He said, well, Mr. Ballmer, you realize that's going to be a lot of high schools. And he's like, yeah, 2,614 or whatever the number was. He knew exactly. And because I think they first said, you want every high school in Los Angeles? He said, no, in the state of California. They're like, do you realize how many that was? And then he rattled off the number. And when we were at the meeting, so they were still a month or so from opening, they said they had all but 7 jerseys, something like that. So I got to believe they've riled them all up. But Chris, would that mean, they wouldn't have your high school because it's gone?
Yeah.
I think you should go there and do you have a jersey still?
I don't think so.
I don't either. I never got my high school jersey. Maybe because you have to be good. That would be something to see. I think that would be really cool to go check out the jersey wall and to try to find your high school if you're from California. But Henry's going to go.
Oh, come on. They've got a Waldorf, a Sac at Venice, and a Sac Country Day jersey.
Well, they're all high schools. Where do you look it up?
Search find a high school jersey.
What, for the Clippers?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And they show you where your high school jersey is?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm looking up.
What was your dumb school's name?
I'm not
Oak Ridge?
What?
West Bank? Westbrook?
Oh, Intuit Dome features exhibit of 1,544 high schools. Oh, I see Vallejo. Okay. I'm going to do a deep dive. They probably put my number up there because it was not retired. Oh, man. That's really cool, though. Are you yay or nay on the, what is that section, the wall for the Intuit Dome?
What is the price for it?
Yeah, isn't it something about the price being cheaper, or is it more? I can't remember.
Better be cheaper.
Yeah, better.
I'm for that.
I know you're for that part of it, right? And obviously, when they're not doing as well, I don't know if it's anything that's as intimidating as they had hoped it would be.
$30 a game.
Okay. Or you can get the ultimate wall pass for $4.95 for the whole year. That's every game.
I'm seeing ultimate wall pass $12.99.
What year did I look at this? I don't know. I'm looking at something right now. Clippers, wall. Are you on the Clippers site?
I just looked on Google.
Oh. Yeah, this might be in progress because they've already played some games, but ultimate wall pass, $495 a season, access to all 40-plus regular season games, includes 2 free kids passes every game. Attend the games you want. Just remember your pass is for you and you only. Passes cannot be transferred or sold. Okay. Well, they've got different things, different ideas, and the wall, yeah, interesting. We'll see how that plays out tonight. But yes, Kings and Clippers from the Intuit Dome. That game's still at 8 o'clock, isn't it? Great. We will have a pregame tonight at 7:30, but it's okay. No turnaround, no early morning wake up tomorrow.
Looks like the regular around that place is $45.
Around the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Look at Balmer. Slightly affordable tickets. That's not bad, isn't it? You can't be mad at those ticket prices, Chris.
I'm mad at the rest of the ticket prices.
Well, that's fine. Just got to get yourself a team. You weren't the guy from Arkansas that won the Powerball, were you?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
We did ask my aunt if it was her, but
she said no. But
yeah,
that's the right answer to say. And of course,
is it?
It wasn't me.
Wow.
Well, then you hide for a while. You don't let everybody know, and then bam, surprise everybody. I was like hoping to, while everybody's trying to win the Powerball, sneak over here and win the lowly, like California lottery, and it's like, oh, by the way, someone in Sacramento won, $18 million. Yeah, nobody's paying attention to that person. Maybe it was me. All right, cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Here's Stafford now, looking, going to throw down the far side. Did Terrell intercept it? No, he broke it up. It won't matter. Guess what? Ball game is over in Atlanta. The Falcons 27 and the Rams 24. You know what we're doing tonight again? Stacking wins.
Yeah, Atlanta ruined some things for the Rams yesterday. The Rams weren't going to be able to get the 1 seed, but Atlanta has created a little bit of a dilemma here for Tampa Bay, and we'll explain that a little bit later. Carolina and Tampa Bay play on Saturday, and it's kind of been framed as, if Tampa wins, they win the South. I think there's a scenario here where if Tampa wins, they're 8-9. Carolina's 8-9. Atlanta could win to get to 8-9, and that 3-way scenario doesn't get Atlanta in, but it could get Carolina back in. So it's just absolutely bizarre here. And the Rams have lost 2 in a row. Atlanta's won 3 in a row. And they had nothing to play for, really, here, except for the role of spoiler. And I was assuming, wrong for me to assume, I thought the Rams would win their final 2 games. Did a little damage to Matthew Stafford and his MVP candidacy. And the Rams now can look at 2 losses in the NFC South. Losing yesterday to the Falcons, losing earlier to Carolina as things that have hurt them. And so now people who have the trust issues with the Rams have that verified with that kind of loss yesterday. Experience will tell me. You can have your opinions, your thoughts on what these teams might be, but the playoffs is a separate entity, separate matchups, separate new life, all about matchups, all about preparation, how healthy you are, and what you can do when you get there. Do you get the right matchup? But that is something certainly that could cost the Rams, because now everything they're going to have to do for the most part will be done on the road in the NFC playoff picture. All right, let's get to cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
Loose ball comes down to Jokic. Throws it in the corner over to Jamal Murray. He goes baseline. Alley-oop and a dunk. 2 hands to Jokic. Oh, look at the athlete play basketball.
That's when things were better for Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Big-time concern yesterday. Jokic played a little under 20 minutes. He was doing his thing, had his 8 assists, had his, let's see how many rebounds he had. 21 points. They were playing a good game against the Miami Heat, and then he went down. Spencer Jones stepped on his foot, but he was holding his knee, and they're concerned. They're very concerned about the injury to Nikola Jokic. And you talk about health being critical to everybody, every team. Denver's fate will look completely different if they lose Nikola Jokic for any amount of time. And at this point in the game, it was tied. At that point, after they lost by 24 points, the Miami Heat gave up 147 points. So we'll talk to Sam Amick about that, the impact of what that could be, certainly in a top-heavy Western Conference. And, look, we don't like injuries. Wishing the best for him. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But at this point, we're just kind of waiting to get the report after they, do all their medicals and checkup and see what they can find on Nikola Jokic. But it goes without saying. I mean, is there a more important player to a team than Nikola Jokic? I don't think there is. And that kind of fits under that MVP criteria. He was probably the leader and front runner again in the MVP race. He could have won it last year, didn't. He's already got 3. He's going to go down as one of the greats of all time. And we'll see the severity of this, but certainly concerned. And you can tell he was concerned. So you hope it's nothing, but they were certainly concerned with the injury to Nikola Jokic. We will reflect more on last night in the NBA later this hour, but when we come back, we do have Week 18 in the NFL. There is plenty on the line. We know what's on line for the 49ers in their matchup Saturday against the Seahawks. But last night unveiled a few more things. We'll explain that and more as we look ahead to the final week of the NFL when we come back here on Sactown Sports.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Paul George went up and caught
the ball. Touchdown! The 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/fast. That's ethos.com/fast.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway.
anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Guys, feeling low energy or low drive? It could be low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health, start with a free T-check and consultation. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off TRT. Book now at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, 916-339-1140 if you want to text into the show. Certainly our YouTube chat. We are welcoming your comments there as well. Let's see what we got here this morning. We'll go to our text line first. Help out a Kings fan here. Your Kings announcer, Kyle Draper, who works for your station, yells out words like barbecue chicken, water, butter while a game is being played. What is going on with that? Is he ordering food during the game? What do these words have to do with basketball? It's the strangest thing I've ever heard a broadcaster say during a game. What's that?
That was just for you.
Yeah. I don't know. Those are some of the things he said. I know Mark Jones says some things similar. There's some references, some basketball. Shaq, if you watch TNT a lot, will say, if you get kind of a reference to barbecue chicken is if you got someone you just can't match up with you, it's easy. It's light work, barbecue chicken. It's just a saying, it's a phrase. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. If you some people like it, some don't. Look, it's all personal preference, all of this stuff, whether you like our show or other shows or what you follow, what you like. And everybody's a little bit different. So there you go. That's my best answer I could give you on that one. And to each their own. So last night in the NFL, we played it for you earlier. The Rams had an opportunity here to, they really, in the big picture, couldn't have gotten to the 1 seed. They missed that opportunity when they lost to Seattle in that wild game. But they had their opportunities to beat an Atlanta team that had too many things going for them last night.
141 is what they put on the clock, and here goes Bijan Robinson. 30, 35, 40, midfield. It's a foot race. Robinson 30, 15, 10, 5, house call. Are you serious? Oh, my goodness. He just went 93.
93 yards for Bijan Robinson, who had himself quite a day. Chris, I know what you needed fantasy-wise didn't happen for you, did it?
It did not.
He got you one touchdown.
Needed one more.
One more?
If I got one more and 40 more yards, I would have won.
What was his final stat line? Puka Nacua, 5 catches, 47, 1 touchdown. Yeah. And Stafford, the 3 interceptions, that was helping you. But he did throw 2 picks. Bijan Robinson, by the way, what a day for him. 5 catches for 34 and a score. 22 carries for 195 and a touchdown, including that 93-yarder. So Atlanta got the win over the Los Angeles Rams. Rams dropped to 11-5. And so when we start talking about what's at stake in the NFL playoff picture, you got a lot of things that have been solidified, but some other things that can still shuffle around here. I think it's great to get to Week 18 if we start with the AFC on things that can still happen. We all know about the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. That's the last game of Week 18. That's to decide the AFC North. That gives us great drama right there in one of the sport's great rivalries. Those two teams hate each other. And you're hearing little rumblings, little murmurs that, if the loser of this game. Could that be the end for Tomlin? Could it be the end for Harbaugh? I don't think it will be for either one, but, stuff like that is going to get talked about. So that's pretty straightforward. Now, there's debates on whether or not they deserve to be the 4 seed. Look, it's the way the league has set this up. I think we're always going to have these arguments, and it's probably healthy for the sport. There are going to be teams with better records than the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Ravens. Whoever wins that, Steelers would get to 10 wins. Ravens would get to 9. But the Chargers, the Bills, the Texans, or the Jags are going to have more wins than them and be a wild card team. It's just the way it is. Those teams are going to have to go on the road. I don't know if it's the most fair. It's really gets back to the dynamic of the NFL puts a lot of emphasis on divisions. So the 4 division winners will guarantee to be the top 4 spots. I think the debate would be you could still reward the division, but should they get home field? I think it's a fair question. But then do we eliminate divisions now if we want to do it that way? But I think that takes away from having the Steelers and Ravens play twice and having a game like Week 18. I mean, if they weren't scheduling division games this week, if it was, I don't know, Jets and Steelers to decide it for Pittsburgh, it doesn't have the same kind of zip as, hey, look, we've got a head-to-head matchup. We've got a head-to-head matchup to win the NFC West and the 1 seed and the Niners and the Seahawks. That's great drama for the sport. So we could debate the little parts of that, but the reality of the AFC playoff picture, Pittsburgh, Baltimore winner is in. They're the 4 seed. Denver, New England, and Jacksonville all can still get the 1 seed, but Denver is in the best spot, and Denver is going to play a Charger team that yesterday announced they're not playing Justin Herbert. They're going to rest a lot of their guys. So Denver controls their own destiny. They just need to win. If they do, that's their 14th. They will be the 1 seed, and everything will go through Mile High. Patriots are in good position. They have already won their division. Jags could not only win their division, they could still get the 1 seed. They also could lose the division to the Houston Texans. Houston can still get in and win that division. The Chargers and Bills are going to be wild card teams. So that's the AFC playoff picture. The NFC playoff picture, we've mentioned it, Seattle and the 49ers. That's still up for grabs on who will be the 1 seed. The Bears and Eagles, that could jostle a little bit too. They will be the 2 and 3, just depending on the order. Right now, the tiebreaker belongs to Chicago. Carolina is in good position to be the 4 seed because they play Tampa Bay. But because of Atlanta's win yesterday, there's a really weird situation where if it's a 3-way tie, Carolina is now going to be in the better position than Tampa Bay. So just something to watch. It's goofy, but that's something that potentially could happen. And then Green Bay is locked in. They are locked in as the 7. They cannot move that spot. And the Rams still could be the 5 seed if Seattle beats the 49ers. So there you go. So the Niners can still be 1, 5, or 6. The other things to watch are going to be some things around just other milestones, other things, the MVP race. Certainly, Myles Garrett, can he get that elusive sack record? And, even the last spot in the NFL. There are teams with 3 wins like the Titans, the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Giants. But there are the Raiders by themselves at 2-14, playing Kansas City, who's probably not really thrilled about trying to win. Raiders don't want to win as an organization. They want to have dictate the terms of the draft by picking first, whether they keep that pick or trade it. They clearly, as an organization, want to lose the final game. So we will see with those things on the line for the final week of the National Football League. All right, it is early. I don't want to miss out on a giveaway. We're going to reward people early in the show today. So right now, if you dial us up at 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140, we are going to give away a 4-pack of tickets for the family on a good family night out to see the Harlem Globetrotters at Golden One Center on January 19th at 6 p.m. How great is that? Chris, you were looking it up earlier. When was the last time the Globetrotters lost?
January 5th.
Oh, of this year?
No.
Oh, 2024?
No.
23?
No.
Before COVID?
Yes.
In the 2010s?
No.
2000s?
No.
It was in the 1900s?
Yes.
What year?
1971.
Generals fire their coach yet? Come on, coach. Got to get a win. Yeah, come see the Harlem Globetrotters Golden One Center with their 100-year tour centennial celebration. That'll be Monday, January 19th for 2 games, 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. These tickets will be for the 6 p.m. A family 4-pack. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Always a good time. So we got people dialing in right now. We will take caller number 3. Our third caller will win that family 4-pack of tickets. And we thank you for listening, and Happy New Year to all of you out there. All right, break time for us when we come back. Last night in the National Basketball Association. We go over that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Hey, that's me. That's on me. And I am here to tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law. This is someone here in our neighborhood, in our area, that has been very productive and very helpful, and someone I've gotten to know that I trust, and I think you will too. If you're in that need of representation, you need someone to help you with maybe a car accident you've just gone through. Maybe you actually need criminal defense. I can tell you he's had many years where he's undefeated in the courtroom, and he'll stand by that record and help in that need if you need it. Also, a wrongful termination case, sexual harassment case. Maybe it's something that's on your record still that you'd like removed because it might help you get back on track, get some of your rights back. Well, Jonathan Gonzalez is your guy. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187. And he is specialized in those expungements, getting things removed from your record, getting your rights back, getting you back on track, and just making you feel good about your life going forward. Like I said, in a variety of ways he can help. He's been productive. He's one of us in our community, and he wants to help all of you out there. Again, it's SacLegalDefense.com. It is Jonathan Gonzalez, Gonzalez Law. The phone number, 916-304-9187.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
The holiday rush continues at your California Ford dealers. The Ford year-end sell-a-thon is on. Now through January 2nd, get our best offers across the most popular Ford trucks and SUVs. From America's best-selling Ford F-Series trucks for 48 years, the legendary F-150 and Super Duty, to the Bronco family of SUVs for those who don't wait for adventure to begin. Plus, all-electric standouts like the Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning. And Explorer and Escape, the perfect balance of comfort, capability, and everyday versatility. Get ready to power through whatever the season brings in a Ford. But don't wait. These year-end sell-a-thon savings won't last. The clock's ticking. The lots are moving. And these are the season's biggest savings on an incredible selection of Ford vehicles. Rush in before the sell-a-thon and the savings are over January 2nd. Get to your California Ford dealers today. Claim based on 1977 and 2024 calendar year industry reported total.
California's largest sportsman's expo is back, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. We've got more tackle. Grab deep discounts on a huge selection of fishing gear, apparel, and accessories at the giant Fisherman's Warehouse booth. NorCal's largest gathering for anglers, hunters, and off-roading enthusiasts. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. More info at sportsexpos.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Back here on the show, Jason Ross here with you, Chris Verlade as well. Congrats, we got our winner. Who was our winner today, Chris?
Chris.
Yeah. You?
Not me.
Different Chris. Congrats, Chris. Thank you for listening. Won a family 4-pack to see the Globetrotters. I saw the Globetrotters years ago. Fun. Good time.
Back when they had a 500 record against the Generals.
Back when the Generals would beat them. Full court press. Made you feel them.
2-2-1.
Yes. They got after you. Yeah. Good
Bend,
luck.
don't break.
What's that?
Bend, don't break.
Absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes they didn't even bend.
Zach Lutheran were big on the 2-2-1 press.
How'd it go?
Good. It's one of those, I like it to where it's one of those where you're not trying to steal the ball. You're just putting pressure to make them make the mistake.
Yeah.
You're not overcommitting.
Where were you in the 2-2-1?
I was in the back two. Sometimes in one.
That's one. The back one?
Huh?
Oh, you were in the second two?
Yeah.
And sometimes the last line of defense. Verlade, save the day.
Bo, 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 bo.
There was a lot of over-communicating in high school, wasn't there? Be loud. Let them hear you. And when you had that guy that would come up on you that would yell like that, like, oh, just relax a little bit.
Ball under the chin. Get some room.
Oh, little elbow shot. Technical foul. What number were you?
I was 31 and 32.
Okay. Playing center, right?
Yes.
What was the largest?
Behind the guy that was either the top or second in points and rebounds in Sacramento.
Oh, okay. What was the largest player you guarded that you can remember?
Oh, I think I have like a 6'8", 6'9" guy.
Lock him up?
He was one of those guys that was like really tall but like uncoordinated.
Yeah.
And so it was like he would always bring the ball down, so I was able to steal it.
Yeah. Keep it high. Keep it high, big man. Especially around Chris. The Verlade squad, he's going to get you. Quick hands. Good for you. Good for you.
I was a good team defender, terrible on-ball defender.
Well, except for him, right? You were able to rip it.
There were a couple of people like I was like, oh, I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah. What would you say is your? Do you have a defining moment of your high school basketball career?
When I scored for the other team.
You did not. You really did?
Uh-huh. And not tip up, back, oops type of thing. It was got the ball out of bounds, saw the basket was completely free and just drove, and then heard an entire crowd say, no!
And that's the time you make it. It's like, it would have been embarrassing to miss it, but it would have been better to miss.
I was going up and I was trying to block. As I'm hearing no, I'm realizing what's going on. So I put it up and I'm trying to
block with the other hand.
Which, if that would have happened, everyone would have I'm pretty sure it would have just stopped and like, what is happening right now?
Did he glitch? My goodness. Was that your only basket of
No.
the game? No. Scored some for your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were net positive. Man. So do you
It was like Coach pulled me out immediately because, of course.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What were you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Lost focus, Coach. I'm guessing, I hope so at least. Your friend, do they like share that story all the time still? Or
No, it's not one of the bigger.
Really? That
Yeah.
you scored for the other team?
There was it wasn't that same year. This is a different year. We had one of the craziest moments where we were shooting free throws. It's the one that gets talked about the most. We're playing Forest Lake at Mather. We're shooting free throws and like going for the rebound on the second shot makes it. One of our players is just gets like bounced into like the out of bounds area.
Right.
The ref's not paying attention. For some reason, he grabbed the ball and handed it to him, and he's thinking, "Oh, sweet, we've got the ball," because the referee handed it to it. He passed it to one of our players. Our guy is confused, starts dribbling the other way. Then he passes it. Our point guard, who realizes what's going on, drives to the basket, makes a layup. The referee is like blowing the whistle. It's like, okay, this is weird. This is like, what's going on? Like, stop, stop, stop. The coach for the other team sprints onto the court, gets into the referee's face, and is just like, "It was our ball. It was our ball." Gets thrown out of the game.
Oh my gosh. You guys had mayhem.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Maybe that's.
Also, one of our coaches stole a ball during a game from one of the players.
What do you mean stole the ball? Oh, like.
He called timeout. We weren't doing well. He called timeout. We have an out of bounds play, which we mess up immediately and lose the ball. The other player is driving down the sideline, and he's so mad and frustrated that he just took the ball away from the kid.
And that's the game he got thrown out? Or
No, it was just a technical.
Just a technical.
And he was like, sorry, I don't know why I just did that.
I really do. It's when you grow up the time, and maybe I wish I don't have it, but I don't really have any. Do you have any footage, any video of your high school playing days?
No.
Yeah, I mean, we had cameras back then, but
Was it one that you had to reel yourself?
It was black and white. Yeah, it's just one of those big old tripods. They actually had film. No.
In Southern California sports today.
Yes. I just wish I would. I in my mind, I would like to see it again. And obviously in my mind, it's probably drastically different than what it actually looked like. Because I always used to think, man, I thought we had a really good high school basketball team. We really did. We had a really good high school program. But in my mind, I just thought we were so good. And then if I look back, oh, yeah, we're all right. We're okay.
Man, these kids are slow.
Yes. I was flying through the air, elevating all the time. I was like, relax. You weren't that good. But it's all perspective. And I know I've told that story before. Like when I got up here, went to school at UC Davis, just playing a lot of pickup, and you'd run into people. Oh, I remember running into a guy that became a friend of mine. He was like, and he went to like, what? I can't remember what division you were, Chris. Like what, 6 or 7?
We were 5.
5.
Before 6.
Okay. So either the guy knew he was 5 or 6, like a really small level. He's like, I was all league. I'm like, oh, wow, good for you. And then we started playing, and he was like, yeah, I was like first team all league. And then when we started playing, I'm like, okay, is he lying? Like, there's no way he was all league. I had no idea about the different sizes of leagues. I'm like, you wouldn't even been close to making our team. But just different levels, and good for him. He made all league at that spot. But anyway. As we reflect, we already got a chat here from Julie, a regular, said, I'm a little behind, but I just checked in to see if my high school is on the wall, and it's not. So I asked for which high school. We'll see if we can find out what's going on.
Because Balmer is a liar and a scumbag.
Wow. There you go. There's your answer, Julie. Quite simple. The 209, see, they're right, but I didn't want to admit it. I'll say it. The 209, Jason played basketball when LA only had 3 high schools. Fact. Yep. And we were the 3rd best out of the 3. I love LA. Actually, we were juggernauts. We were a good program. We had one of those programs where, Chris, my senior year, my coach said, And when I was a freshman, I was on freshman basketball because we actually had 4 levels. We had freshman, sophomore, JV, and varsity. But my freshman year, our program won the state title. So it was like, this is what our school does now. We didn't win another one. We kept making the playoffs. But when we got there as seniors, our coach said, this is the best team we've ever had. Like from top to bottom. We didn't have the star player that my freshman year team did, which ended up being Adam Keefe, who went on to play at Stanford, played volleyball and basketball there, was drafted in the NBA in the lottery by the Hawks, played for the Jazz, had an NBA career. But we didn't have a player that good, but he said from 1 to 13, it was the best team he ever had. So I was like, oh man, we're gonna take this whole thing down. We did not. Newsflash. We did not. You know who I blame? The coach, not the players. Not the players. Last night in the NBA, some news that we're going to be following today to see about the severity of Nikola Jokic going down with the knee injury as the Nuggets fell to the Heat. He limped off the court after the injury. I know Coach Adelman afterwards was, I would say, pessimistic in his post-game response. So there's definite concern there about his overall well-being because that changes things dramatically. Warriors bounce back and got a win. They've been struggling a little bit. The odd thing about the NBA right now, just the way things have gone, the Suns won yesterday. That's their 4th consecutive win. Doesn't seem like a lot. Well, it's tied for the most in the league with the Clippers, tonight's opponent for the Sacramento Kings, because a team like the Spurs, they lost to the Cavs, which is no shame in that. But the Spurs have now lost 2 in a row. That's after beating the Thunder twice. And the Thunder got back in the win column there, 28-5. Knicks beat the Pelicans. Rockets winners. So most of the stuff was kind of expected yesterday as far as the teams that were favored got their wins. The one that we could go 50-50, the Blazers beat the Mavericks as Denny Avdia had a near triple-double. More games tonight to talk about. First hour complete. In our second hour, we'll continue to reflect on the year that was in 2025, about the Kings and what to expect in 2026. Also, 3 for Madness coming up. We will ask about 2 significant sports icons celebrating birthdays today. Who's had the bigger impact in their sport? And also, who's had the better career? Russell Westbrook or James Harden, former teammates who square off tonight? We'll have that, amongst other things, coming up in the next hour. 3 for Madness is next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. Give to get with no gimmicks. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Michelob Ultra and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITBfest.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, 3 for Madness coming up here in just a moment. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, Carmichael Dave will be back with us next week. This is our final show of 2025. We're going to have someone in here tomorrow morning and Friday morning. We're all off on Thursday. So we thank you, all of you that have been making this a regular part of your day for 2025. And let's do it again in 2026 and more of you out there. We appreciate it. Again, constant responses and help and just love it. Love that you guys are a part of our regular routine. And speaking of regulars, Julie, who's a regular on our YouTube, had said, my high school wasn't on the wall. And then I asked which high school. I see she responded, Hiram Johnson. When I typed it in, it said no response.
Ooh.
Yeah. Chris, you and I have both done it. We found it.
I think we know why Julie didn't get into West Campus. Maybe a little trouble with the spelling.
Julie. That's Chris Verlaud, the Verlaud squad. Yeah, I found my high schools. We found Julie. We found Hiram Johnson. It's there. It's there. It's there.
And I say that as a proud South Sacramentan. I also couldn't get into West Campus.
Dwayne Baker, our varsity baseball team won the section title despite me being on the pitching staff. Well, there you go, Dwayne. Let's see. We had another one about getting to we were 1 game away from playing at Arco because 2 of our players got suspended by our own coach. Yeah. It happens. It happens. All right, 1 hour from now, Sam Amick will join us. Lots of NBA discussion coming your way. But let's do it.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
I know, but Sam, that's what he does. Let's go. Question number 1, Chris.
Which NFL coaches are on the hot seat after this weekend?
Well, we got a couple coaches that have already been dismissed during this NFL season, and usually after every season ends, there are firings that will happen. The stunner for the year to me was I was certain that Mike McDaniel was going to be gone in Miami. I just was. And once they kind of gave him like, no, we're not firing him. He's going to coach the rest of the year. They actually have played a lot better. They're 7-9. They have a chance to finish with 8 wins kind of out of nowhere. I think there's something to watch in Cleveland with Kevin Stefanski, who has won Coach of the Year twice. Zach Taylor, something to watch in Cincinnati. I don't believe the rumors about Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh, the loser, being in trouble. I just don't. In Indianapolis, I don't think so. Tennessee's already made a move, so they're going to get a new coach. Andy Reid certainly isn't going anywhere. It's just whether or not Andy Reid wants to go somewhere, and Andy Reid was asked about that yesterday.
Is there any scenario that you can imagine where you're not back as the coach next year?
I think I'm coming back. right? If they'll have me back, I'll come back. You never know in this business, Matt. So that's a tough one, but I plan on it. Yeah.
Yeah. He should be just fine. Should be. The one, the Raiders. I personally, this is one where I'm going to go on the optics of what I'm watching and what I think they have there. I wouldn't do it, but that's based on the, surface level information. I don't know what the locker room feels about Pete Carroll. I don't know what the decision makers, what practices are like, what film session, just all the other stuff. I've seen the games. I've seen them play. They're not very good. That's a reflection of him, but they weren't very good before. I did think the Raiders were going to be better. I did not think they were going to be a playoff team. I thought they'd be more 6-7 wins, but they've definitely underachieved from that. They gave us a little sliver early on with that road win at New England, which at the time we're like, it's a good win, but you beat New England. Really, how good of a win is that? Well, with 3 losses for the Patriots, still one of the more bizarre wins of the season, but only one other win, and now they don't want to win. So I don't think I would do it. There might be better options, but it's another restart, and they kind of need to land and lock and lock in on an idea. And so far, the result, I wouldn't blame them I wouldn't say it was an egregious error if they let go of Pete Carroll. I think I would give him another shot. That's me. I would understand it if people want him gone based on results, but his track record suggests he is a better coach than 2-14. I think it's more of a personnel problem than a coaching problem, but that doesn't mean you don't change coaches. I wouldn't do it if it were me. You look around at other guys that could be on the hot seat. Dallas, you just never know, just because of their, you're back to owners and them getting in the way of things. The Giants have already made a move. Dan Quinn did a good job in Washington a year ago. They've had injuries and other things. I would think he would get himself another year. I don't think Campbell is in trouble, or Minnesota. I think they're all good. The one that will be interesting is if, a playoff team lost too early, would any of those guys be in trouble? I don't know about that. Tampa Bay is something to watch with Todd Bowles, I would say. Atlanta has done a nice job at the back end of the season. Arizona has claimed that they're going to be okay there, but we get to the Monday after that Week 18 Sunday and just boom, boom, boom. Here's a lot of coaches that get the boot. So there's a few to watch. There's a few I just wouldn't worry about at all. But yeah, several coaches should feel like that seat is a tad warm. All right, let's get to question number 2.
Question 2.
I'm assuming later in Celebrity Birthday, we will be talking about 2 sports icons that turn a year older today. Tiger Woods and LeBron James. Who is the biggest sports figure?
Chris, I'm going to start this question and turn it to you because I just want another opinion on this, and certainly we'll take this on the text line at 339-1140 on our YouTube chat. When you hear those 2 names, who is a bigger sports icon or sports figure, Tiger Woods or LeBron James?
Tiger Woods.
Because?
Because he made golf like this huge, like the 5th sport in the U.S., and since he's been gone, I don't think it's really matched that.
I was thinking about their career path. There are a lot of people that say Tiger Woods is the best golfer ever. There's some who say, no, it's Jack. Okay, so I think he's in the conversation of 1 or 2. Some people say LeBron is the greatest player ever. I don't think as much, but most people give him, number 2. Some move him a little bit lower down. I don't know why, but there's different things for each guy. I feel like you're right, Chris. My instincts are telling me Tiger has done more for the sport than LeBron. That's not LeBron's fault. I don't think LeBron was in a spot to elevate the sport much more than it could, where Tiger did. Tiger changed the sport. Tiger had a bar here that other golfers, like people just went out and played golf. And the best golfers were good at it. But Tiger, from physical fitness to kind of just his mental approach, I think changed a lot of the other golfers' approach to the sport. Where LeBron is just such a physical marvel and obviously extremely talented, and now is putting it in the longevity part. Both super gifted. Both one-of-ones. Amazing that they both have a birthday on the same day. But I'm trying to figure out who has had the bigger impact. Campeo says Tiger by far. MC, Tiger changed golf for better. LaFlop has destroyed basketball. Well, okay. It's interesting. I think more people would say Tiger Woods. And yet, what's interesting about Tiger is his own undoing of how he still has an all-time legendary career and did all the things we've suggested, how he literally changed the sport. But I still feel like there was more. He left a little bit out there. But he also has I still think, one of the greatest individual signature moments in sports history when he came back and won the Masters a few years ago. I still think that's one of the great things we've ever seen. Ever.
No, he also won the U.S. Open with a broken leg.
That's pretty ridiculous. There's that story. The other one I love, and I'm probably not going to remember this exactly the right way, but I want to say it was the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach in 2000, I think. And the way the story goes, if I remember, Tiger Woods was going to win. Like he's up by an absurd amount of strokes, let's say 8 to 10. I mean, it's one of his largest major victories as far as discrepancy from, first to second place. And there was either something that happened earlier in the day or there was a rain stoppage or something. But when they resumed play, and I think at the time Stevie was his caddy and not I think it was Stevie, had either not put all the golf balls back in the bag or something. Some part of the story I'm not remembering exactly accurately. But he was basically down to the golf ball left that he had. And, there's certain rules and guidelines for the sport that sometimes I think are a little bit too stringent, but whatever. That if you lose a ball and don't have another ball or lose too many, you have to forfeit your score. And so I think as the tail goes, on 18 at Pebble Beach, there's part of it where you have to drive over, like the left side is basically the cliff and the ocean, Pacific Ocean. But all the golfers can sail it over that and land it right in the fairway and have no trouble. Well, when you have that kind of lead, I mean, basically just make sure you get it out and be safe, no damage, no worries. And I think the way the story goes, I think he never told Tiger. And Tiger was like, I want to get one heck of a score and just continue to add. And he launched it right over the water and with all the risks. And obviously just was able to fade it back into the fairway and no issue. But, could you imagine if he had lost that golf ball and lost the tournament because of that technicality? That would have been awful. Tiger is basically Happy Gilmore. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I think that's a good thing. Tiger winning his last PGA was incredible. We're not getting votes for LeBron James. We're getting votes for Tiger Woods. And the other part is, so Campeo said, one ball left on 18. There we go. That's what it was. Tiger once held all 4 majors at the same time. I mean, LeBron's got so many amazing statistics. The all-time leading scorers, got his championships. People faulted for losing in the finals. I don't. it still leads to his greatness. A little bit like Tom Brady didn't win every Super Bowl. He eventually lost some. Yep, but he got there. But we don't penalize the guys that lose earlier, it's just we pick and choose what we want to do when we're highlighting someone against another person. But
okay, from a quick read, it was the second round of that tournament.
That Tiger had one ball left?
Yes.
Okay.
And if they did need to go get another ball, it would have been a 2-stroke penalty.
Are you sure that's it?
That's what I'm reading right here.
I thought it sounded like there was much more lore to it because I thought it was the final round. I thought he had the big lead, but look, stories change over the years. I believe what you're telling me, but I thought there was a lot more on the line.
Had Woods run out of golf balls, he faced the prospect of a 2-shot penalty for violating the 1-ball rule if he used a fellow competitor's ball.
Oh, well, he was fine. He won that thing. It was a 2000?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe.
So, and if he would have taken that 2-stroke penalty, he would have had a lead of 3 strokes compared to 6 strokes.
Okay. Well, a little bit closer, a little bit more dramatic. Certainly something you don't want if you're the caddy.
And it was Tiger Woods' fault that there weren't any. He
Okay,
took the balls out of his own bag to practice in his room.
That's what it was.
Put them back.
Yeah. Okay. Julie.
So now I've got to go LeBron.
Yeah. Julie has responded to you, Chris, by the way. I spelled it right, sigh. I didn't want to go to West Campus, LOL. Well, thank you, Julie. Again, for Laud Squad behind all of that. All right, the votes are in. We're going to go, except for Chris, who's now picking LeBron.
Yeah, that whole lore of Tiger Woods from Pebble Beach, it's not as big a deal as he thought it was.
All the other things he did, the playing with the broken leg that you brought up, not impressive anymore. All right, let's get to question 3.
Question 3.
Kings face the Clippers tonight in Los Angeles, and that will feature former teammates James Harden versus Russell Westbrook. Who has had the better career?
Okay, so I put this one out there because I thought, kind of doing a little research, show prep and game prep today. It's kind of amazing to me how similar the careers have been between Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Both are Hall of Famers. Both have had amazing careers. Both have been players that I think the masses, there's a huge fan base for James Harden. There's a huge fan base of Russell Westbrook fans. There are also haters of both guys. Both guys have won an MVP. Both guys have been All-NBA. Both guys have been multiple-time All-Stars. Both guys are all over the top of the leaders in points and assists and rebounds, and they were teammates. Chris, I put this out on a Twitter poll yesterday. Who has had the better NBA career? We still got a couple hours left on this, so maybe I'll repost this to get a few more votes out there. What would be your percentage guess? Who do fans here, or fans say, has had a better NBA career, and what do you think the percentage ratio is?
Westbrook, 62%.
And so why do you think Westbrook? Do you agree?
I
do you
think that he's had a better career
than James Harden?
Yeah.
Why?
He was with OKC longer when they did have KD, and they almost did beat the Warriors. And I just never felt like Harden's always been a great player on a good team that doesn't really accomplish anything.
Okay. Well, you're right on your instincts that Westbrook was voted more, and you said 64%?
62.
62. 84%
Whoa.
for Westbrook. And I went, wow. So I was trying to decide why. Maybe some of it is your answer. I also feel that do you think that more people dislike Harden than dislike Westbrook?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it. Also, we're in Sacramento now. Westbrook's a King. Maybe that's it. I know Dave despises James Harden. Despises him. I think both are polarizing players, but it's interesting that it's that dramatic in the poll question. And they're playing each other today. James Harden still was an all-star last year. And if we look at some of the, the spot like we've been talking about All-time assist leaders, where Westbrook went to 7th. Well, James Harden is 12th. So they're close by there. But that's a spot where James Harden kind of turned into an assist guy a little bit later in his career. Remember when he was playing in Houston, Mike D'Antoni said he could lead the league in assists. I'm like, there's no way. And he did. If we go to all-time points in the NBA, and Russ keeps moving up that ladder past Dominique Wilkins the other day, Russ is 16th. Well, James Harden is 10th all-time. James Harden has nearly 2,000 more points. And James Harden very soon is going to catch Shaquille O'Neal and move into 9th place. So, Harden has a few more strengths. They've both been scoring champs. Like I said, they've both been MVPs. I think their careers are very similar, honestly. That's why I'm a little surprised that it's that much more weighted to Russell Westbrook. And I think my gut is telling me kind of what my instincts I just alluded to, is that more people just dislike Harden than dislike Russell Westbrook. And watching Westbrook here, there are times where you get frustrated with him. Sometimes I feel like he tries to do too much, and maybe even a little too much of the stat padding. But there's a charm to him too, how hard he plays. And you feel like he does fit that bill of guys that when he's on your team, it's like you feel like he's fighting for this team, fighting for the city, fighting for the fans, and may just fight. So that to me is part of the draw and the charm of Russell Westbrook. And anytime he's talked to the media, I don't know, he to me is a bit more likable than James Harden. And I don't know, James Harden I don't know that he's a bad guy. I just feel like a lot of people are frustrated with the style of play that he plays with. Let's see what we got. A few people respond to. For people who say all SGA does is foul bait and they never watched Houston, James Harden. Yeah, Harden does that a lot. He's been accused of that a lot and still doing it, but doing it at a pretty high level. So is Russell Westbrook. So we'll continue to monitor that. I have that poll question on my Twitter page or X, whatever. And you can let me know what you think on that. So there you go. There's 3 for Madness. I thought those were interesting topics there, certainly with the Tiger Woods and LeBron James. I mean, 2 just incredible athletes. The longevity. I mean, the Tiger's had his with stops and starts. LeBron, to his credit, has worked so hard and spent a lot of money on his body to stay physically above the rest. And that's betraying him a little bit here. But the one thing I will say about LeBron that I've talked about a lot is whether you say, and I think we get in this cycle of debating who's the best in too many times, to be honest with you, but like, how do you compare LeBron James to Kareem? How do you compare? I mean, when guys actually play in the same era or the same position, it's a little bit easier. Like a center today is different than Kareem at that time. It's just the league is different, the sport is different, athletes grow and all that and so forth. But you just have so many great players over time. But I think the one thing, at least right now, the best caveat for LeBron James as far as his greatness is how long he's been this good. And at this age, it's not even close. There's nobody in NBA history that's doing the things that LeBron James has done at his age from 38, 39, 40, and so on. It just, nobody has. Nobody. So that is the special spot. Now, if you say Kobe's better, Kareem, Russell, Jordan, whatever, that's fine. That's your list. That's okay. But I think the greatness of LeBron has been at certainly his entirety of his career, but the one that's unparalleled is what he's done at the end of his career. All right, so there's your questions and 3 for Madness. Still to come on the show, we are going to go through kind of the 2025 year. The calendar year comes to an end tonight for the Sacramento Kings. There have been highs. There have been a lot of lows. But we'll reflect on what the year has meant for this organization. So that goes back to last season, January 1st, till now as we put a wrap on the 2025 calendar year for Kings basketball. We'll do that when we come back right here on Sactown Sports.
Kings play here.
He's He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Toyotathon is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on your favorite fuel-efficient Toyota models. Right now, for a limited time, get a low-cost lease on the dynamic 2025 RAV4. Or shop the industry's best lineup of hybrid and electrified vehicles with 19 models to choose from, including the 36 mpg Grand Highlander Hybrid. These are the deals you've been waiting for. Hurry, Toyotathon ends January 5th. Toyota, let's go places.
California's largest sportsman's expo is back, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. Just once a year, NorCal's largest gathering for anglers, hunters, boaters, RVers, and off-roading enthusiasts. Buy the latest gear, discover the best destinations. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. More info at sportsexpos.com.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation, so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, back here on the show, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud with you as we have our final show here of 2025 as the Kings will play their final game of the 2025 calendar season. The Kings have had some good moments in the past. Remember the Tyreek Evans half-court heave, beyond half-court heave? That came on the final game of the calendar year of 2010, I think, 2011, 2010. That was an incredible game on a big shot by O.J. Mayo inbound to Tyreek, and then that launch. And one of the great moments on a bad Kings team. You can still have some fun moments like that. I think as we get here, it has allowed me to reflect on the 2025 year. That includes the end of last season and into this year so far. And if you do that, you realize how many things change in an NBA season and how quickly things can either turn in your favor or go against you. The way 2024 ended, certainly with some controversy. The Kings had just fired Mike Brown. Doug Christie takes over as an interim coach. The Kings record going in tonight for 2025. So that's the rest of last year and all of this year is 34 wins, 48 losses in the calendar year. So you look back on that and you find out that the kind of the calendar of events, Doug was named the interim coach going into 2025. We saw before the season ended departures from Wes Wilcox. He left the team before the season ended. Luke Laux, remember that? Left before the season ended to go take the job at Florida State. Monty McNair was let go at the end of the season. In February, a massive, massive trade for the Kings in De'Aaron Fox. Kevin Huerter, part of that deal. Scott Perry was named the general manager of this team. And even after the Fox trade, you had other trades, and then you got Valanciunas arriving, LaRavia coming in. Remember they signed Markelle Fultz? These are things that it's just crazy how, little moves here and there, and it's such a fabric of the team, and then, teams change and you move on. And this year you've had injuries, Sabonis, Levine, Keegan Murray, all right now, but really injuries have been a theme of this season. Other guys have been in and out of the lineup. They drafted Maxime Reynaud. They made a draft day trade to get Nick Clifford. So there's some hits, there's some misses. It's been a wild 12 months for this organization and for this team. And along the way, there were certainly some good moments like we talked about. If you think about 2025, just the calendar year part of it, that could still get you sometimes like sweeping the Cavs in 2025 last year. That was unexpected. You had games that you just didn't see coming. Like, here's one I got to highlight from that didn't expect when it happened, but the Kings went to Boston. It was a very good team and destroyed them.
There's a drive and a kick by Trey Lyles out to Debo for three. Ring it up. As much as he struggled early, DeRozan has come to life at a critical point down the stretch. He now has 24. Pritchard from the logo for three, no good. The horn sounds, and the Sacramento Kings have done it. They've come into Boston, a place where they had won only once since 2007. And tonight, in 2025, they get the victory. It's their sixth straight. It puts them back at 500 on the year. The final score is 114-97.
So think about that. That was earlier this calendar year. The Kings won 6 in a row. They won in Boston. They got to 500. There was some real belief that that team could start to do something. Shortly thereafter, they did have the trade of De'Aaron Fox. There was, some internal stuff going on. Obviously, we've relived all of that. They've had some issues, but they still had other opportunities, other days to make moments, and I thought this one was one of the better moments of 2025. Late game, overtime in Dallas.
Sabonis, top of the foul circle. Monk at the right elbow. DeRozan above the three-point arc. The ball now handed to Trey Lyles. 9.8. Kings down 1. We're in overtime. The ball in the hands of Debo. Drives to the left. 2 defenders there. Up fake. Splits defenders. Step through. Scores the basket. Kings lead it. 129, 128. 1.5 seconds to go. Desperation attempt. There are whistles as the shot was launched by Dinwiddie at midcourt.
So you got highlights, positive things like that in 2025, but it obviously hasn't been all good. I can remember a game where the Kings went to DC in 2025 in Washington. The Wizards did not want to win the game. The organization didn't. The players on the floor went for it, and they beat the Kings.
Kings win the tip. Horn sounds. This ball game is over. Well, you only can tip your cap and congratulate the Washington Wizards. For 2 years in a row, as dramatic underdogs on their home floor, they've entertained the Sacramento Kings, and they've walked off the floor victorious. Final score is 116-111.
Just a bad day, and that kind of led to the limping into the finish. And Then the Kings, okay, you kind of clean slate because they got into the play-in. You just chip in a chair. Let's see how they do. They were hosting Dallas. This was an opportunity for Sacramento to kind of turn it all around. And, oh, man, was this game brutal.
Dallas was hurting for such a long period of time when they didn't have Gafford. They didn't have Lively. They didn't have Anthony Davis. Here's Clay for 3 more. He buries it. Turn out the lights. This season is over. Clay Thompson acknowledging the crowd and savoring the moment. The last time he was in this building, he had a horrific night. Not tonight. Mavs now with the shot clock off have 10 seconds before they begin thinking about flying to Western Tennessee and facing the Memphis Grizzlies. The final seconds of this season tick away. The Sacramento Kings end up losing it by 14, 120 to 106. The number 10 seed, the Dallas Mavericks, will advance to play the loser of last night's game in San Francisco between Memphis and Golden State. Warriors won that one by 5.
So that was pretty brutal, without saying, right? The way that season ended, the G-Man said the score there, 14. I actually thought it was a lot worse. I don't remember it being that close, but the point is the game wasn't close. Kings were done, totally outplayed. So 2025 has given us, like I said, some highs, certainly its share of lows, and then we get to this season, now that we're wrapping up the 2025 portion of it with the game tonight in LA against the Clippers. And, this one from the get-go with a slow start, injuries, no real established momentum as far as win streaks go. The 2 best games certainly came, 2 of the better wins in a row came against Denver and Minnesota. And then I would say that win against Houston was one of the better moments that this Kings team has had when they got the game winner from Dennis Schroeder. That one was as good as it gets. So 2025 has been an adventurous year, to say the least, for the Sacramento Kings. And I guess my point being, when I was kind of reflecting on it and looking back on all the things that have happened, is I think there obviously were some mistakes made in there, and that's what you hope for a franchise that has made its share. There's no doubt about that. They would admit that. I mean, every franchise has, but certainly this one has. That they don't repeat them, that you learn from them, that you can try to get better. And they're not going to make every right move. That's what I've been pleading on, no matter of, those that want them to get the number 1 pick or lose to help their odds of that. The process of that afterwards is everything will then fall in line with making the right decisions, whether you're picking 1st or 8th, whether you're picking you don't have a draft pick, whether you're deciding on keeping a coach or changing coaches, whether you're deciding on general managers, whether you're deciding on talent you're adding, talent to keep, people to sign to the G League. Everything, every step in all the decisions you make are critical in building franchises. And so you're not going to get all of them exactly right, but I think the point is when you get them wrong, and it's how far do you miss? How much of a miss? A lot of times in golf, like you'll hear people like hit a tee shot. Oh, not bad for a miss. Yeah, if your miss is, hey, I didn't hit it where I wanted to, and it's slightly off the fairway, but I'm way down there, I'm okay, you're fine. But if that was terrible, it was a grounder, it went into the bushes to the right, like you're in trouble. So what can this organization learn from what they did in 2025? Now, you've got also a few different people in charge. Doug Christie's now the full-time head coach. You've got Scott Perry and B.J. Armstrong in there as your prime decision makers. You have others that are the exact same, and some players, I think from last year's roster at the end of 2024 to where we are to the end of 2025, I believe there are only 5 players remaining. That's it. Might be 6. Let me try to do this off the top of my head. Sabonis, Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, Doug McDermott. I know there's more. That's 4. I'm forgetting obvious people here. But the exercise here is that these things change quickly. Devin Carter, Keon Ellis. That's your 6. That's it. From one end of calendar year to the next. And I would imagine we'll have even more changes from the end of 2025 to the end of 2026. This show that we're going to do next year at this time. Speaking of that, we are going to look ahead. So we looked behind to 2025. What can we expect in the year ahead in 2026 for the Sacramento Kings? We have that coming up for you. Also, Sam Amick joins us from The Athletic at 8 o'clock. Normally Thursdays. We don't have a Thursday show. We missed him last Thursday with Christmas as well. We want to check in with Sam. Lots of NBA things to discuss with him. That's all coming up at 8. We look ahead to the Kings in 2026 next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Duty to the Bronco family of SUVs for those who don't wait for adventure to begin. Plus, all-electric standouts like the Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning. And Explorer and Escape, the perfect balance of comfort, capability, and everyday versatility. Get ready to power through whatever the season brings in a Ford. But don't wait. These year-end sell-a-thon savings won't last. The clock's ticking. The lots are moving. And these are the season's biggest savings on an incredible selection of Ford vehicles. Rush in before the sell-a-thon and the savings are over January 2nd. Get to your California Ford dealers today. Claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year industry reported total.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. The winter months bring joy, but also with more rain and snow, unfortunately, more accidents. Over the last quarter century, thousands of Northern California residents have looked to Ashton & Price to be their Rudolph with a law license to guide them through the storm of an injury claim. As always, we wish you and your family the safest and happiest of holidays. But if you need us, at Ashton & Price, we're here for you. So whether you've been naughty or nice, happiest holidays from Ashton & Price.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton
and Price.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-897-4400. That's 800-897-4400.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start January 7th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Growing your business? It's all about having the right team on the court. At Bank of Marin, we partner with businesses in the greater Sacramento area, delivering personalized service and local expertise to help you make a slam dunk. Whether it's customized lending or solutions to keep your business growing, you'll benefit from local decision making, expanding, acquiring additional assets, or building a lasting banking relationship. We're ready for tip-off. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Carmichael Dave. He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Halliburton falls down. He looks hurt. Here comes SGA the other way. Inside, and Williams throws it down. Halliburton's hurt right away when he fell. Was that strained calf. He's in pain, so emotional. It's the right calf right away. He knew he was in trouble. Oh, you get in a situation like this, you're just sick to your stomach for the young man.
If you remember, as we reflect on some of the sports moments of 2025, that was the NBA Finals. Indiana, well, that was a great series with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we all wonder what could have been in Game 7 was still a great game. But Halliburton injuring that Achilles early on in that game, and OKC wins their first title earlier in 2025. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud back here. We had in here, it was at the Today Show that's on. Chris saw that Beyonce had reached billionaire status, and you were not impressed. In fact, you were upset about it.
It's not too hard for a rich person to exploit people to get to $1 billion. Wow.
I mean, she was Beyonce. She went from the M to the B. Now she's a billionaire, Beyonce.
Gross.
So, in your mind, you'll never be a billionaire, not because you can't, because you wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
You would just
I
give away
think
your
most
money.
people wouldn't want to be a billionaire.
I think so. You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think if I put that poll question out there, I bet more people would say they would rather be a billionaire.
But if you would put my test out there,
which is
if you were given $1 billion,
okay,
what would you do?
Okay.
I would say most people would give a percentage of it away to friends, family.
You have an incredible opportunity to be incredibly generous with your wealth.
I think most people would be generous with their wealth. And at that point, they would no longer be a billionaire. And now, would you ask that person, do you still want more money? I think most people would say, like, I've got enough. What do I need to do?
Saying. So, but, yeah, I guess it's just to what level of exercise can you do that? Because, I mean, heaven forbid you had $200 million, which is pretty far away from being a billionaire, but you have a ton of money. And you could still be very generous with your wealth.
That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I put the line out there of, like, if you make it to $1 billion, that's the line.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a person that gets $1 billion and says, I need more, I think that's a problem.
Yeah, a lot of greed. Yeah. It's okay to share.
We're taught that growing up as kids, and then it gets to a point where it's like, no, you need to think about yourself.
One time I shared and got this. what if I had that on my own and then I don't need to share because nobody else wants it? Yeah. Very interesting. Congrats, Beyonce. I don't know. I don't know that she needs congratulations.
You're a billionaire. Why are you charging $800 for your concert?
And also, it's anyway. It's a weird flex. Like, who's keeping track of that? Did her team put that out? Hey, she's not a billionaire. It's
absolutely.
Okay.
I think the worst thing ever is for Forbes to come up with the billionaire list, because now they're all competing with each other with who could be greedier.
Do you think, I thought about this one time, and I'm like, I know it just would never happen. I don't even know how we would exist as people. What if money as a concept never existed?
Like nothing, like even
would we still have the same greed? So basically, it's like, I don't know how it would work, but if there was food and stores and all, like you could just go and take it, but then would it be like, we know people would go like, well, I'm going to take all of it because we have greed. And so the people that can pay for things and buy what they want, more power to them. But if it was like there was, I don't know.
We're getting in some sort of weird philosophical discussion.
But I just
were like, I don't think we as a society can get to that moment without all of us working together for the better good.
Right.
And now that we've reached that point, we're all saying like, nope, I want to be on my own.
Yeah. I could do it myself. Let's switch gears. Sam Amick's going to join us.
Why did I bring that up?
Yeah. Sam Amick's going to join us at 8:00. We look forward to that.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
As normally he's with us.
We can ask him what he would do with $1 billion.
Exactly.
And I can judge him.
And I will take all of it for myself. But we have a new year coming up, and it's a time to reflect. We played the highlight there of 2025, the NBA, where it ended with the Thunder beating the Pacers. But what can we expect in 2026 for the Sacramento Kings? That was my exercise there at the last part of thinking about where we went from 2024 to 2025. The changes. You had a coaching change. You had a GM change. Only 6 players that are still on the roster from the end of 2024. Things go fast. So what will it look like at this time at the end of 2026? I think as we try to project the rest of this season, and certainly next season, it's far away, but it'll get here quickly in October, I guess. But I want the Sacramento Kings to continue to identify pieces that they feel are the pieces they're going to go forward with. And I think as we all have now heard about trade rumors, whether it's, Malik and Levine are the latest that you're hearing. Again, what's legit, what's not. But I believe there is a market for Malik Monk out there. I believe there is a market for DeMar DeRozan out there. I would almost be certain if the Kings really pursue those 2 players, I'll say it, I would be shocked if either Malik Monk or DeMar DeRozan are Sacramento Kings on December 30th of 2026. Be shocked. I'm sure there is a intrigue in trying to move Zach LaVine, in trying to potentially look and see if there are any suitors for Domantas Sabonis. That's just my belief. I don't know that they're. I think where this team is, nobody should be considered off the limits. I've said it. I'll continue to say it. I think while you're doing this, whatever we officially want to call it, a rebuild, a revamping of the roster, it doesn't even necessarily need a name. But for what they want to be, and I'm going to listen to the people that have said things publicly, like Doug Christie, like Scott Perry, they want to build a consistent, sustainable winner. Well, on this date, right now, they're not. That's okay to be there, but are you working in your steps towards getting there? And I think the steps to getting there are moving off of some of the players that they have. So I think they, like we've been saying, going through this 8-24 that they're in right now, you are fact-finding, you are learning, you are deciding on, okay, we're giving some more minutes and some more reps to some of these players. What does that look like? As a team that's an older team in the NBA that's not winning, it probably is in their best interest to get younger. So how do you accomplish that? Well, DeRozan is one of their older players. Levine, Sabonis, Monk. Again, the guys Westbrook, Schroeder. These guys are all older players. You don't have to move all of them, but you probably should move some of them for the age part of it and the contract part of it. Then you're also trying to get better. You're trying to make these moves to make your current roster better and your future roster better. So as we kind of lay that out as the landscape, I think this team is going to look dramatically different at this time in 2026 when we're wrapping up 26, ushering in 2027. If we mention that there's 6 players left right now from a year ago, how many of the current players that are here on this team today, and if we go on their active roster, Achua, who they added, Dylan Cardwell, Devin Carter, Nate Clifford, DeMar DeRozan, Keon Ellis, Drew Eubanks, Zach LaVine, Doug McDermott, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Daquan Plowden, Maxime Reynaud, Domantas Sabonis, Dario Saric, Dennis Schroeder, Isaiah Stevens, Russell Westbrook. How many of those guys will still be here at the end of 2026? Like I said, I don't think there's anybody that's untouchable. I think this Kings team, in every move they make going forward, again, trying to address that contract, youth, draft pick surge of what I think they want to do and have assets to either strike later on a proven player or find that player that develops into, hey, they got this young piece that they know they can build around. I think they would like Keegan Murray to be involved in that. I have no issue with that. I think Keegan's developing into a good player and it's going to have to continue to develop. Is Keon a part of that mix? Is Devin Carter a part of that mix? Is Nate Clifford, Dylan Cardwell? Cardwell so far and Maxime Reynaud are looking like guys that you either added after the draft or in Reynaud's case, picked in the second round, that you're developing, that you're seeing growth, that you want to see what he could ultimately turn into. And so they've got little mini success stories, but far more questions that are out there. And as we get to January and certainly February with the trade deadline, I expect this team to be active. I expect this team to be in that pursuit of changing the look of this roster for either the next great young player, future draft assets, financial freedom to help in all those other kind of goals. And if we look at Scott Perry's track record with New York, he revamped that roster in a couple years. They've added to it. He's since been gone. They've changed coaches. They've done different things, but they've got themselves a very good basketball team. They did it in a different way. I don't know how the Kings are going to exactly do it, but I think that's going to be the goal of the year, is to get to those pillars that Scott Perry talks about, the identity that Doug Christie wants, and tweak the roster and the lineup to get there. And I don't know that it's happening in one calendar year, but the process will be happening. They'll be going through it. We're going to see some changes with this Sacramento Kings team. When we come back, the 8 o'clock hour is here. We're going to visit with Sam Amick from The Athletic. We look forward to that next.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. Give to get with no gimmicks. Limited appointments. Some restrictions apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Leonard gets the snap. Back to throw Riley Leonard. Rolls to his right at his 20. Leonard sails that middle of the field where it's caught by Greathouse. He's tackled at the 40. Tackled by John Hancock and Ohio State. National champions. Beating Notre Dame tonight. 34-23. The 9th national championship in Ohio State history.
Ohio State, one of our national champions in 2025, as they beat Notre Dame back in January. We'll have our national championship coming up as we reflect on moments of the 2025 year. This is our final show of 2025. We normally would have Sam Amick on Thursdays. We missed him on Christmas. We're going to miss him on New Year's. We'll have him again into the new year, but we thought we'd bring him on one final time as we welcome in from The Athletic, the great Sam Amick. Sam, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. How are you?
Good morning, Jay. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting the old camera situated here.
No worries. Thank you for being available for us. How was your holiday? I know you're always working, but was it good?
Yeah, no, it was good. No complaints. We got some good time with our family and with some extended family down in the Bay, and enjoyed. I haven't actually done a Christmas Day game in person in a while, and that was a good day of NBA basketball from the couch. So I enjoyed it.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, did you go to a game? Instead, you just were able to watch. That's good. That's rare for you.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's funny. Years ago, I just kind of decided that it's one thing if you have a TV job that is like if you work at ESPN, it's tough to get out of Christmas Day. You know what I mean? That's their bread and butter. For us, the truth is, from a readership standpoint, like people read about what happened on Christmas Day, but it's you're not sitting in your office logging onto The Athletic, and life goes on if I don't go to a game in person. So it's been a while since I went to one.
I know you've gone to some Kings games here, and they'll be at home a lot actually coming up in January. We always do a kind of a temperature check on Sacramento. It's I think results and record are not shocking for what a lot of people thought this team would be, but just as you watch them more and what you see, what are your thoughts kind of present day on the Sacramento Kings?
I mean, they're just, they're in limbo. They're developing. You see the language change from Doug Christie regarding how a certain game went. It's not as results based anymore. Why am I blanking? They just got smoked the other night by which team?
Well, the other night, let's see, the Lakers.
The last one, the Lakers game that was not even close. Yeah, I thought it was fascinating that Doug, his messaging was that it had been a while since, since kind of the product or kind of who they were wasn't on display. And it just, I get it. And I think it's a healthier way to frame things because, I think his point was that, even if they lost by 10 to the Lakers and they were in it, that's different. So having some competitiveness, but we all know where they are. We all know that you're talking about lottery time. You're talking about trade deadline time.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who's going to stay, who's not going to stay, and what it looks like going forward.
Yeah, and there continue to be rumors, and they're going to be in that rumor mill because I think there is a desire, and there should be, to tweak this roster to start making that revamp look to this team. What are you hearing in regards to that, Kings related, and just kind of other NBA whirlwind of those trade rumors?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one. I'm going to write something today for tomorrow, breaking down. The Kings are only tangentially kind of mentioned, but breaking down the pressure component and the idea. This happens every single year where now in late December, early January is when the results are substantive enough that all these different teams have got to look in the mirror and figure out how much pressure are they under. So to use one example, if you're the Atlanta Hawks and you were kind of considered the off-season champion from a roster building standpoint, and there was a lot of hype around the Hawks, and then you look up and you're playing 500 basketball, then you might be under some pressure to make a move. The Warriors are under some pressure. The Minnesota Timberwolves, even though they have a good record, they're considered title contenders. They've been to the West Finals 2 years in a row. Are they going to take a swing? So the Kings part is that they're one of only a few known sellers at this point. I think Chicago is probably going to be a seller. Dallas is very interesting with their situation, but there's not really another clear-cut team like the Kings where it's like, yeah, you can call and talk about, basically anybody on the roster. You're not going to get real far with, Keegan Murray and Nick Clifford and that type of crew, Maxine Reynaud, but they're important in that regard because these buyers are coming. And so, we'll see. Like, we all know that the Kings guys make a lot of money and that they might be hard to move, but if the options are limited in terms of sellers, does that help their cause?
Yeah, because I think, from the Kings' perspective, Sam, I really think they can move DeRozan. I think they could move Monk. I think there's a market for those two guys based on how they have played in the past and to some extent how they're still playing and their price point. But I just don't know if that's, what they could possibly get in return for those guys as much as maybe there is that desire to move someone like Levine or even someone else, Sabonis maybe. But I just, where do you think they are on that, like a DeRozan or Monk, as far as the likelihood that those guys could possibly be moved?
No, I think you're breaking that down correctly. I mean, DeRozan's got 10 million of his 25 million next year, it's a partial guarantee. So that comes into play. Malik's number, I forget exactly where it lands, but it's less than that. And I think it's a weird comparison, but if you think about Malik Monk compared to Jonathan Kuminga when it comes to trade value, right? Like right now, the Warriors are kind of killing Kuminga's trade value because there's not enough of a body of work with Kuminga, in my opinion, to really make teams feel like they know exactly what they're getting. Malik's different. Like, you've seen Malik Monk so even though he's racked up some DNP-CDs or played limited minutes, I don't know that to your point, like, I don't know that materially impacts his value because he's more of a known commodity. So yeah, I think you're right with those two guys. And then obviously Keon Ellis is kind of in his own category where he's got a lot of interest. It was interesting in that the subplot of that Lakers game was that, that he didn't exactly show out Keon against the Lakers. And, that's one where I don't know if there is enough. There's a lot of good tape on Keon, but I think right now, especially if if the Kings are trying to get a late first round pick for him, there needs to be some showcasing that happens with him to get maximum value, and that hasn't really happened.
Yeah, are you still under the belief, Sam, that Scott Perry would – most of his desires is to probably accrue draft picks as opposed to having to – I guess my example would be if they were able to move maybe a bigger contract but they had to add draft picks to it, that's not an exercise they want to partake in?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the only disclaimer there is maybe if you got a pick from a Keon type of deal, if it's something you didn't have going into the deadline, are you comfortable moving that in order to free up money? Because, they need some financial freedom here, to have some optionality. So that would be, to me, the only scenario where I see them attaching a pick. Certainly not the 2031 Spurs pick that they got in the Fox trade. I think I got the year right. But that by and large, they're not looking to take, draft assets out of the cupboard.
We're talking with Sam Amick from The Athletic. And, Sam, if the Kings, according to you, it might be one of the teams that's a few on the short list of sellers, but you mentioned the Warriors earlier. Do you feel like the Kings are still in that interest in the Kuminga situation, or do they still have interest in Jonathan Kuminga?
Yeah, I mean, I have no reason to think otherwise. I'm probably going to try to get more clarity here pretty soon. I haven't gotten a recent update, but I mean, the messaging has been pretty consistent, which is that, yes, they do still have interest, but it's just the pieces, on the other side, or in terms of interest, I think have changed. For one, the Kings and everyone else, the price has gone down. You know what I mean? Like, it just has. So what does that look like in a possible Kings deal? Because the Warriors are known to not have interest in Malik Monk. And he was front and center in those discussions in the offseason. So, is it a DeRozan thing potentially? Who knows? I don't probably see that happening. It just, there are, Kuminga in general, it seems like there's these two generally accepted beliefs that don't reconcile. One is that he's definitely going to get moved by the deadline, and the other is that nobody can seem to even speculate about where, because the market had been Phoenix, Chicago, and the Kings during the summer, and so it maybe something like that happens, again. But there's just no smoke there right now. I mean, I was watching their game last night in Brooklyn, and the cameras cut to him on the bench, and it's just wild how I think he, I don't want to speak out of turn, I think he got another DNP, but it's just, he's just completely on the shelf.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the names last year, and if we go back, I think it was 3 years ago, where we saw Kyrie get traded, Kevin Durant get traded before the deadline. Last year, of course, we're thinking Fox is the big deal, then boom, here comes Luka. I mean, we had some massive trades. Are you in that camp where we could see some major stars get moved at this year's deadline?
I mean, it could happen, and I'm glad you asked that question, because it's to me, it's one of the most, if not the most unique parts of this trade deadline season, is that I can't remember a time when there were so many high profile names that were like seemingly up for grabs. And you're talking, like, at least perception wise, that there's trouble in Memphis with Ja Morant, at least enough to warrant a phone call. There's trouble in Charlotte with LaMelo Ball, in Atlanta with Trae Young, in New Orleans with Zion Williamson, in Dallas with Anthony Davis, in Milwaukee with Giannis Antetokounmpo. But what's crazy is that every single situation I mentioned, to varying degrees, it's like, you can see a scenario where the guy doesn't move, and most of them, they're not expected to move. I don't think Trae Young's going to get moved. I don't think that Ja's going to get moved. So I don't think Giannis is going to get moved by the deadline. So it's like, it's crazy because we're talking about all these big time names, and I could see in the dark of night, one of these GMs, unbeknownst to us, like quietly really game planning to to go ahead and find a way to get one of these guys and just surprising the fans and the league and so I could see that happening. I just don't know which situation or scenario it might be. But the other takeaway is you talk to people around the league, and it's like in the old NBA, and I'm just talking 10 years ago, those names being available, like you would stop what you're doing and you would find a way to get that guy. And call it the OKC effect, even the Indiana effect, is like the depth of the most recent champions or title contenders and the style of play that has been spawned from it, where you want to be able to defend at a high level. You want to be able to play 8-9 guys who can, dribble the ball, shoot the ball, have, various, it sounds like James Naismith stuff, but like that's how they're building rosters right now, as opposed to the way it used to be, which is like you just need a guy. That appetite for that one guy is not what it used to be, because the way this CBA works, it's tough to build a roster out if you commit too much to that one guy. So unless he's 100% a known commodity who's going to take you to the next level, there's not as much appetite for that as there used to be.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it's factual yet, but I mean, are the days of kind of what we would call, Sam, like the big three of a team, is that come and gone? Can that cycle back? I mean, does the way the contracts are set up in the league, does that prohibit that from even being a thing anymore?
It feels like it. Yeah. I mean, you got to get your big three in the draft. You got to get your big three like OKC did. And I mean, all of a sudden, I don't even know which three you picked, but like San Antonio did and like the Warriors did back in the day. That's how you get your big three. I mean, the Lakers are a good example in terms of star power. Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James, like that is as high profile a trio. Now that Austin has put himself on a new tier, as high profile a trio as you can find in the league. It's pretty damn good, and they can't stop anybody defensively. And even though they are 20-10, it's a really flawed 20-10 that where nobody truly believes right now that they're in the championship mix. So they actually, to me, kind of represent the cautionary tale of that approach, and why the market for some of those bigger name guys isn't what their teams probably wish it would be.
Yeah, and Sam, and the irony of this too is kind of like all the stars that you mentioned that could be potentially available. And I'm looking at, the top two teams in the West, let's say OKC, who's done it with that depth you're talking about. Spurs, to an extent, are kind of doing it with that depth. I think both of those teams have the ability, based on young players and draft assets, to get any of those players. But I don't know that they'll budge and move to go like, we don't need a Zion or a Ja Morant. We're not really broken, even though we can add a Giannis. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee is the one team that has, people just kind of not ruling anything out because of the level of their desperation and the pressure that we talked about. They, rather than, starting to figure out how they're going to trade Giannis, they have gone the other way, which is they are looking to add. So they are looking at Zach LaVine. It was reported by ESPN the other day that Malik Monk is in that mix. I'm forgetting the third name that was in their story, but I had somebody tell me recently, like, chances are the Bucks have called on, every impact player in the league. So the Bucks are the exception, where, they are trying to look at everything. But yeah, other than that, the OKCs of the world, San Antonio, Houston also qualifies, teams that are expected to stand pat, even though they have the type of players and assets where you could make a competitive offer for some of these guys.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that situation in Milwaukee. That's tough because I don't see the move. I mean, if I'm them, I'm trying not to get rid of Giannis either. I mean, that's a one of one. He helped them get a title. I'd rather try to find pieces to complement him. I just don't think there's a move out there that elevates them to a level where you go, they can get through this and get out of the East. Where does it become a spot, Sam, where they eventually go, you know what, we don't want to, but we can change the franchise by trading him. And I don't know that they're there, but they may get there if they don't succeed in whatever they acquire to try to help this year's team. they may have to do this eventually, and I don't know if they're just better off not trying it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's midseason trades are tough. There's teams that might be willing to go all in, that aren't willing to go in all in right now. Like, because the human component comes into play. Like, let's use the Knicks, for example. It's already been established that last summer, Giannis did show a degree of interest in playing for the Knicks. The two teams talked, nothing came of it. It was late in the summer. But you could argue, like, oh man, New York should just jump all in right now. Well, the midseason part means that you are going to, it sounds funny, but like you have to face the music with your current team. Once the rumors get out that you're having these talks, then Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby and that whole crew, they know that you don't think that the current group can win the whole thing, right? So you're making that kind of a decision to engage in a trade talk without knowing the outcome of this season. So you signal a lack of faith in the current group, and it's going to be impossible to not have it leak out. In the offseason, you can, let's just presume that the Knicks fall short. Then you have the result where you can look at your current team and say, hey, of course we're trying to get better. You guys didn't get the job done. And it's not in real time of the season. So all of which is to say, I think that is likely an offseason thing. It also gets more clear on the Bucks side, which is assuming that Giannis turns down the extension that he's eligible for this summer. Then he's got 1 year left on his contract. Then it just reaches a point where it's malpractice if you're not opening things up, if he has told you that he's going to leave.
Sam, a team I think is intriguing because of their struggles, how old they are, how much money they've spent, and how much they're probably willing to spend in the future. The Kings play tonight. That's the Clippers. They have played a little better here lately. I'm surprised they haven't been on that list of sellers because I still think they're probably going to try to go for it. What's your read on what the LA Clippers may try to do here?
It's funny you mentioned them and I still haven't decided. Like I couldn't decide if I was going to put them in the story for tomorrow, but part of it and part of their not being included might just admittedly be my lack of clarity on what they're doing, because there's not clear messaging. I've heard some things about, them and Steve Ballmer specifically, basically telling people around the league, like, we're competitive, we're aggressive, that's what we do. We're going to try to get better at the deadline, which would seem to indicate something additive. And then there are whispers about, James Harden in particular, like, is he, going to land somewhere else? Is there, and that's what I need to get to the bottom of is kind of how that dynamic is, because to this point, it had been, their plan had been that they were all in with this group, and then everybody was up in the summer of 2027, and you kind of take it from there and hit the reset button. That's, if you look at their payroll, that's how they are lined up. Now they've won, I think, 5 in a row, looking better all of a sudden. And, I thought it was fascinating that I think it was Kawhi was talking the other day about how Ty Lue, their coach, had given them a speech about, like, it sounds obvious, but it seems effective. Like, basically forget about what happened at this point. Our season starts today. And they seem to have found a way to have that mentality. But they've got the All-Star game coming in their building in mid-February. So you talk about pressure. I think there is pressure amidst the Kawhi Leonard investigation and that scandal and the gambling stuff that even has kind of tentacles in their space. Winning games is a good thing for them, but I don't know what they're going to do with their roster right now.
Word looks like good news, or it could have potentially been really bad news. Everybody was a little nervous last night, Sam, when Nikola Jokic went down in Miami. It didn't look good at the time. He looked very concerned. They sounded concerned afterwards. Sounds like a hyperextension, still an injury, but not as what could have been. That would have changed the landscape of a lot of things in the Western Conference.
It would have, yeah. I was watching that Nuggets game, and it's funny because these injuries are happening every day.
Man.
But Joker never gets hurt.
Yeah.
Like, and so seeing him hobble off the floor, it's funny, even from a media news standpoint, I don't jump on every injury in terms of from a reporting standpoint. Like I even thought about Giannis, like he went down with a calf injury earlier this season. Now granted, we have a Bucks beat writer in Milwaukee who handled it. We don't have one in Denver, so I guess that was a factor. But the point is, when I saw Joker limping, like in my office as I was sitting there, doing a little elliptical work, my middle-aged workout,
Nice.
like I stopped everything because it was like, holy smokes, like Joker's hurt, and he, to me right now, is the MVP front runner. Denver is a title contender. OKC fallen back a little bit recently with the losses to the Spurs, and it felt like Joker was kind of on top again when it comes to the superstar power rankings. So hopefully he's not out too long. It did look bad, and I know the folks in Denver were pretty nervous, but yeah, hopefully he's back soon.
So as we wrap up here, Sam, that article you're working on for the Athletics about the trades and teams involved, we can expect that tomorrow?
Man, you're talking about pressure. Now you're putting the pressure on me, Jay.
Didn't you say it? You said it, didn't you?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it is. Yes.
Okay,
It
good.
is. Now I actually deliver and get it done. But yeah, it should be out at the latest late morning.
And then are you gonna? We always play the drop about you shamelessly. Wait, Chris, let's just play it. Just
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Do you have your
Wow.
yearly poll that you have for the Athletic that coming out again this year?
We have not started putting it together yet. It is in the plans. I forget exactly when. More pressure.
Yes.
This is the ombudsman, Jason Ross
Yeah.
here.
I have goals for you for
Yeah, that
2026.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Keep me accountable. Yes, that is in the plans. I'm trying to remember. I think we typically end up publishing in I think it's in March.
Okay.
It takes a while to put together. It's admittedly gotten a little more challenging over the years from a team cooperation standpoint. So hopefully everybody can play ball, because I do take pride in that.
Yeah.
It feels like it's become, kind of part of the sports NBA culture lexicon. But yeah, that should be coming a few months down the road.
Well, as always, Sam, we thank you each and every time you appear with us. We thank you for being available for us today. Happy New Year to you. I know we'll see you at a Kings game soon, and thanks again, and we'll talk to you next week.
Real quick, Jay, if
Yeah.
you have 20 seconds,
We do.
because this is right up your alley. I had to share with you on the air that our buddy who's not working today and his family were at the game the other day.
Yes.
And I hadn't seen Dave and the family in a while, and so I was excited to see Melissa and Avery and Mason. And the part you'll appreciate is I should have just asked Avery how college was going,
Right.
rather than putting my foot in my mouth and saying, "Hey, how's UCLA?"
Yes. I'm
And
glad
of
you said
course,
it.
yes, I thought you would enjoy that. And it was a mistake, not a troll.
Yeah.
And she, had this, just disgusted look on her face, and she's USC. She says, "I hate UCLA." I said, "Oh, Jay Ross would appreciate that." So yes,
at
it was
one
great to see
point-
them, even if I did fumble.
Yeah, at one point she loved UCLA. She has turned. How quickly she has turned. Well, yeah, it was good
All
to
right, brother.
see.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir. See you,
All
Jay.
right. That's great. Sam Amick joining us usually on Thursdays. We'll have him again next week at regular time, Thursday at 8 o'clock. We know you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it as well. When we come back, we still have what's hot, what's not. We'll have a 3 in the key for tonight's Kings and Clippers, but up next, it's 4 down territory time. Top 5, bottom 5 in the NFL. Who's going to win the South? Who's going to win the AFC North? We'll have those questions next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, Athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter. From picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
Coach Christie here, letting you know the year-end sell-a-thon is on at Folsom Lake Ford, and with your approved credit, get 0% financing plus 0 down, plus no payments for 90 days on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. Interest accrues from date of purchase.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone,
Welcome to AutoZone.
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Coach Christie here, letting you know the year-end sell-a-thon is on at Folsom Lake Ford, and with your approved credit, get 0% financing plus 0 down, plus no payments for 90 days on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. Interest accrues from date of purchase.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sactown Sports.
Our thanks again to Sam Amick for joining us from The Athletic. Anything you ever miss on our show, go back to SactownSports.com. You can find our podcast page there. You can go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, and find any interview, any portion of the show, all of the show. Watch us in its entirety on demand whenever you'd like. You can do that. Thanks to all our people that do all the great work and put everything together for you at Sactown Sports. All right, still to come, we will preview tonight's Kings and Clippers game. We got What's on Deck, crosstalk with Chris Watkins, and celebrity birthdays. But right now, it's 4 down territory time. 4 downs. Chris, let's start with first down today.
What is your top 5 in the NFL?
All right, we are now 17 weeks, complete. We had the bye week. Everybody's played 16 games. Here you go. Top 5 from 5 to number 1. I am going to put, because they've won 7 in a row, I don't think I've had them in ever, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you like luxury? At number 5. At number 4, for the first time in a while. The San Francisco 49ers. That offense is lethal. The defense, not so much. But the offense is great. I'm going to put the 49ers at number 4. Number 3. They play the 49ers this week. The Seattle Seahawks. Why not? Showdown for the number 1 seed. Seattle 49ers, number 3. Number 2. The New England Patriots. And they're back at number 1 for me. The Denver Broncos. I'm a big believer in the Broncos. I don't feel like a lot of people are. They're 13-3. I think it's a good team, good defense, good offense. Maybe we haven't seen them do it in a long time. Last time the Super Bowl was at Santa Clara. Broncos were there. They beat the Panthers. They won it. Maybe that's the team that's getting there again. So there you go. 5-1. Jacksonville 49ers, Seahawks, Patriots, and then the Denver Broncos. All right, let's see here. We got some updates for you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we touched on it, but let's get the official breaking news.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
All right, a little more clarity on what we were talking about with Sam. This coming from Shams. Just in, Denver Nuggets Nikola Jokic has been diagnosed with a hyperextension in his left knee. He will miss at least 4 weeks, but this is a huge sigh of relief as tests show the 3-time MVP's knee ligaments are intact. So he'll miss a month at least. I say at least 4 weeks, but when he went down, it was not looking good. And usually the athletes know. The way Coach Adelman talked about it afterwards, again, I described it as he was very pessimistic. I think this is great news, honestly. Hey, he's out 4 weeks. Great news. It is. It honestly is. So Sam mentioned Joker was the leading front runner for the MVP. They could play without him for a little while, but we'll see how they do. I think that it'll be further a testament to his MVP status. I think you might be able to safely say, I think it's him or Giannis, how much those teams rely on those specific players. There's other teams that are more balanced, but they will miss him big time. So.
And the Kings are going to have to capitalize when they play him again.
All the times that they play Denver, just get fat off that.
I assume the NBA just schedules the Kings against the Nuggets like once a month, just like, oh, yep, forgot about you guys.
Yeah, let me check.
You guys are going to play 10 more times.
Let me check the notes, Chris. I don't think they play him again.
Oh.
Looks like they've played him 4 times. You only play a team 4 times, right?
Wait, but weren't they only scheduled to play them 3 times?
Yeah, they thought they'd add one after the Cup, but can we pick when they play that game? Yeah. Anyway. All right, second down.
What is your bottom 5 in the NFL?
All right, let's work from the worst here. Let's go from 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. At 28, I am going to put the Arizona Cardinals. They are really struggling here at the end. They've lost 7, 8 in a row, something like that. I'm going to put them at 28. At 29, let's go with the New York Giants. The Giants got to win this last week. Still don't really believe in that team that much. But their point differential has been better than some of the other teams. At 30, we're going to put the New York Jets. At 31, the Tennessee Titans. And dead last, bringing up the rear, the Las Vegas Raiders. The greatness in the Raiders is in its future. Man, I like the Raiders too. It's tough to watch them go 2-14. Was wrong on them. Thought they'd have about 6 wins, maybe 7 this year. Thought Gino would be good. Thought Pete Carroll would be good for that organization. Thought Genty could be awesome. He still might be. Not writing him off yet. But, man, tough to watch. All right, let's go to third down.
Who is winning the NFC South? The Panthers or the Buccaneers?
You know what? I'm going to just stand by this, and not even with the the caveats. There's a few more outs here for the Panthers. I don't like the way the Buccaneers are playing at all. I just think they've limped in. They've got their guys back. They haven't looked that good. They've lost 4 in a row. They were just such a better football team earlier, and you start to look at, in this losing streak, who have they lost to? The Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Dolphins. Their win came to the Cardinals before that. Good losses, to good teams, the Rams, the Bills, the Patriots. When they beat the Saints 23-3, they were 6-2. This division was in the bag. And now 1 win, 7 losses. They are just reeling. I know they beat the Panthers earlier by 3 a couple weeks ago, but I'm taking the Panthers. Panthers win the South. They get that 4 seed, and everyone should want to be the 5 seed to go to Carolina. All right, 4th down.
Who is winning the AFC North? The Steelers or the Ravens?
Well, there's some question marks in this one, certainly about Lamar Jackson. Here's another prediction that I've been wrong on, and I guess technically it's not over yet. I thought the Baltimore Ravens would make the Super Bowl out of the AFC. Technically, they still can. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people that say, well, I'm going to stick with my prediction. I have way more information now. I was making the prediction before any games were being played. We've now watched teams play for 16, 17 weeks. The Ravens do not look anything like a Super Bowl team. I thought they would be. I thought they could be. I like their coach. I think their quarterback's good. I think their running game, defense has been solid. They haven't played like that this year. And if Lamar Jackson is out, I don't like him. So I think Pittsburgh wins this week. I think they find a way. I don't think they go very far in the postseason. That's a flawed team as well. I think the Metcalf situation has hurt them, literally. But picking one team this week, give me Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh gets through and goes to the postseason. Both of those teams, as we mentioned, NFC South, AFC North, would go in as the 4 seeds. And the way it's constructed, would at least get a home game in that first round. But a lot to play for this week, which makes it very, very intriguing to watch. All right, before we break, yet again, if you missed it just a few moments ago, we talked about the news coming out of Denver. It's better than it could have been. According to Shams, Denver Nuggets Nikola Jokic has been diagnosed with a hyperextension in his left knee. He will miss at least 4 weeks. But again, people in Denver, that's a sigh of relief. Knee ligament's intact. He'll just rest, recover, and he'll be back for more action probably late January. All right, break time for us. Kings play the Clippers tonight. We've got a 3 in the key for that, and we got what's hot and what's not next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott.
Full count. Hoffman delivered.
Live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Michelob Ultra and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITBFest.com.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost the house, I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found Tax Relief Advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax Relief Advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Will did and call TRA for a consultation.
But for me, the real win is I got my life back.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-488-2578. 800-488-2578. That's 800-488-2578.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/fast. That's ethos.com/fast.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. That's InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Well, I don't know who's hot or who's not, but I think Chris does. So, Chris, who's hot?
The Los Angeles Clippers.
Wait, why are you going to talk about a team the Kings are playing tonight?
When the Clippers
jinxing them?
The Clippers win over the Pistons on Sunday, they set their winning streak at 4, which is tied for the best in the NBA with the Phoenix Suns.
We want winners. And right now it's the Suns and the Clippers. That's kind of sad. The longest win streak is 4 in the NBA right now. What happened to our league? Where are these winners? Yeah, that's crazy, actually. The Clippers have been bad this year, but now 4 in a row. Suns 4 in a row. Suns have surprised me. Okay, so they're hot. Who's not?
The Los Angeles Clippers.
Wait, same team?
They've got a record of 10-21 this season. They have a losing record at home at 6-8. A lot of good that Wall is doing for them, huh?
The Jersey Wall. Between the real Wall. Yeah.
They're 17 games back of first place.
So you're saying there's a chance. That was interesting what Sam said earlier, too, about kind of the way, at least it had been thought of, how the Clippers were going forward, is it kind of under contract most of their key guys through 2027, and then maybe do a hard reset. But I just don't know. I mean, where they are structurally in the standings, I thought, again, back to when you see a team for the first time in person, I thought in the preseason, I thought they looked so good. I go, man, the Clippers, they may end up being a real problem here, and they've had a problem, their own problem. But at 10-21, they are currently 3 out of the last spot in the play-in. And as this thing develops, I would trust them to get in the top 10. Now, that's not any great feat. That's not what they're here to do. They're not in the OKC, Nuggets, Spurs, Rockets class, maybe even T-Wolves. Lakers, I still need to see a little bit more from them, honestly. I don't know how good they are. But Suns have surprised. Warriors, I know, are going to be aggressive. They got to be. I mean, you don't get Jimmy Butler last year. You don't keep Draymond. You don't have Steph to not make some other run at it, even if they're not good enough the way they're constructed now. And I don't know what they can do, but I think they're going to do something to try to add. And then Memphis and Portland, they're just kind of existing, and they're in that 9-10 range that, yeah, maybe Dallas catches, maybe the Clippers. I don't believe the Kings, Pelicans, Jazz will. But you know, you play it out and you see how it goes. So tonight, Kings and Clippers, will have more on that coming up at the top of the hour. I want to reflect on a few more things we've been doing this today. It's our final show, at least, of 2025. Some more memories from 2026. From the 2025 year. And we go back to February with the Super Bowl blowout.
From the Kansas City 46, Eagles take over 1st and 10. The shotgun snap, the fake handoff. And Hurts drops back 5, winds up, one arching pass, down the middle. It's caught over the shoulder in the end zone. Touchdown, Smith. And that may make it insurmountable. 46-yard touchdown strike. 33-0 Eagles.
Man, I knew it was a blowout. Remember it being a blowout. Kind of lost interest in the game. Still watched it, of course. But 34-0 at one point. Philadelphia over the Chiefs.
This was the year of the championship games that I hated all the teams.
All of them?
Yeah.
So let's revisit some of them. You hated, you liked Notre Dame, so Notre Dame lost to Ohio State. You didn't like the Eagles beating the Chiefs?
No, I'm saying I didn't like either team.
Oh, both teams.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that's like, gee, I don't even know who to root for in this one.
Okay.
Well, that and baseball, basically.
Baseball, you wanted the Blue Jays.
I did want the Blue Jays.
That was an incredible World Series. NBA Finals, you didn't like. I know you didn't want Indiana.
Yeah.
But did you care about OKC?
I didn't care about OKC.
I
didn't like that it gives Dave hope that if the Kings are miserable for 3 years, then they too can build a dynasty.
And I'm still going to hang on to they're on the dynasty path for OKC.
Yeah, the Celtics were also on a dynasty path.
We have to remember last year, the Celtics were the favorite. They had just won it. They had everybody back, and they didn't win it again. I mean, you had injuries. Things happen. And if something like, again, good news today for Jokic, it's 4 weeks. I know that sounds bad, but it could have been a lot worse. If something of significance like that happens to OKC, it's going to look different. We also see them having trouble with their kryptonite right now, the Spurs. Will that be a factor in the postseason? Don't know. But I still, with all that being said, I'd rather be in OKC spot than anybody else. They have won a title. They've got great assets. They've got young players. And they're set up to be very good for a long time. Still got to do it. All right. Well, tonight it is the Kings and the Clippers. So, Chris, what do you say we do a little 3 in the key for tonight? All right, here we go. Kings, Clippers. Chris, we'll make some predictions. First off, we had our little comp earlier. Let me see the latest on my Twitter poll because I thought these two are very similar players. And let's see what the reflection is on the latest here between who's had a better career, Russell Westbrook or James Harden. Again, both are MVPs. Both don't have a title. Both have multi-All-Star appearances, all NBAs, up there in the all-time scoring list, assists, rebound, all the things. And right now, 83.7 people are saying that Russell Westbrook has had a better career than James Harden. Again, my theory, 2 theories on this. One being that Russell Westbrook is a king, so maybe more people just leaning that. And 2, I feel like more people dislike James Harden than dislike Russell Westbrook. But there we go. That's the latest on that. With that being said, our first prediction tonight, Chris, we are going to ask Harden assists and Westbrook assists for tonight. I'm going to say James Harden is going to have 11 assists and Russell Westbrook is going to have 7.
6 for Harden, 10 for Westbrook.
Okay, 6 and 10. We're now going to ask for the Kings' leading scorer tonight. Sounds like Keegan Murray has been upgraded to questionable. Eubanks might be available for the Kings. But my leading scorer, I am going to go with, let's see, where are we going to go today? I'm going Maxime Reynaud with 23.
DeMar DeRozan, 22.
He's in 22. And then we are looking for a random stat for today's game. I think I might have my most random I've had. I don't know why. I just came up with this. The game is going to be tied at one point at 100. It'll be 100-100 when you're watching or listening to the game. You'll see it on the score. So now you go, hey, didn't Jason predict that? I'll say, yes, I did.
The Kings will have multiple double-doubles.
Multiple double-doubles for the Kings. You don't have to give us who, but who do you think?
I think Westbrook and Maxine.
Okay. I'm going to write that down for extra credit. For the Crepe Crusader?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, since this is our last show before 2026, we have 3 games in between then.
We'll kind of do an offshoot. We won't do 3 in the key for all 3 of those others, but we'll do a random stat for all 3. So let's rack it up again. All right, Chris, let's go with the Kings and Celtics on New Year's Day. We want a random stat there. I'm going to go with Precious Achiuwa double-double.
I am going to say the Kings win against the Celtics.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Kings Suns. My random one. I always do this, but I'm doing it again. Dylan Brooks, technical foul.
Devin Booker, 36 points or more.
Booker, 36 or more. Still your favorite or Jaime Jaquez?
Jaime Jaquez.
Jaime number 1, Booker number 2?
Jaime 1A, Booker 1B.
Okay. And then the last one. Random stat for the Kings and Bucks. Much like your Kings win against the Celtics, I'm going Kings sweep the Bucks. That'll be their second win.
Giannis will have a combined 40 or more points and rebounds.
That's points and rebounds? Oh, yeah. Light work for him. There you go. There's our predictions. They're in. It's official. Can't deny them now. They're on paper. They've been said. They've been verbalized. And we go forward from there. In our last hour, we will have Crosstalk with Chris Watkins. We'll have celebrity birthdays today. We have What's on Deck brought to you by our friends at Trex Decking and Railing. But when we come back, let's do a little preview and more reflection on 2025, but a preview of Kings and Clippers. Doug Christie now has coached this team for 1 full year. We'll evaluate Doug as best we can as well and look ahead to tonight's matchup and more on that Westbrook-Harden career, their path. We'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets the Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
The clock is ticking. This holiday season, give the gift they'll really love. A new Honda from Northern California's best Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Happy Honda days are happening right now. Score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas, all at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
Weekend escape to bucket list adventure. Plan your trip at the Sportsman's Expo. This is the region's greatest selection of outdoor travel. California, the West, Alaska to Mexico, Canada to South Africa. Outfitters, guides, lodges, and destinations. Your chance to meet the experts who'll make your trip unforgettable. California's largest sportsman's travel event is back, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. Details at sportsexpos.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Well, it is the final hour for us in 2025. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope 2026 is awesome. Best year ahead. Hope it is for you. Hope you bring in 2025 in style. Come on, live it up. Make it to New Year's. Bring it in the new year. Chris, you can do it. You can make it to midnight.
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on what I'm doing.
You don't even care. You're going to be watching MacGruber for the 19th.
I already watched MacGruber.
Yeah, but this
the series or the...
Yeah. I mean, you're about to do another watch of Naked Gun. It's only around 4, right?
4.5.
4.5. Actually, that's what it should have been. 33 and third. Then you think they go like 44. And then, no, 4.5. So, yeah, you're due for that. That'll keep you up to midnight. Keep you laughing. No?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do what you want. To each their own. As we welcome in everybody here for the final hour. In this hour, as we mentioned, Chris Watkins will be hosting the midday show. We'll have him in for Crosstalk. We'll have celebrity birthdays a little bit later. Still to tell you about the busy day in sports, including
what's going to be great about celebrity birthday and how many you said that's a really good.
Yeah, it's a good day today.
It's a good day. The amount of overthinking for Chris Watkins.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
How do you think you'll do against Chris today?
I'll win.
You'll win?
Yeah. But there'll be a couple where he'll have, like, he would have won if he would have went with his first choice.
Yeah. I'm going to give him the answers.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
He'll overthink that.
Yeah. He won't know if I'm leading him the wrong way or not, whether he can trust me.
Oh, he can't hear me, can he?
No, he can't hear you. We've also been reflecting on the year that was in 2025. Many, many things happened, and we played some of the champions that happened, but I don't know. I still feel like this might be the biggest story of 2025.
I mean, I thought my phone was hacked when I got the text messages with the details of the trade and when I got wind of the deal. But you peel back the curtain, and for the Mavericks, they honestly internally believe that this move puts them in a better position to win a championship. Of course, there are issues that they had, obviously, with Luka Doncic, his conditioning levels to an extent, but they have that belief, and when you think about the next several months, the next few years, that we're going to know the exact answer to whether they were right in this decision or if they were wrong. And they want to pair Anthony Davis as a center defensively with Kyrie Irving. They probably need another addition as well in the backcourt. They have 3 first-round picks now that they can use. And I don't think the Lakers at any point this season expected to be in contention to moving Anthony Davis. They didn't seek to move Anthony Davis, but when Nico Harrison, the Mavericks general manager, called and offered Luka Doncic, that changed the game.
I mean, there were Shams talking about it in real time back when the trade was fresh. And I think think about it, Shams is saying, I had to check my phone to see if I was hacked. I think everybody else who got the information from him did the same thing. The Luka Doncic trade was one of those that you read it, you saw it, and I just didn't even comprehend it. And was it real? And then when you find out it's real, then you start breaking it down. And I went through all sorts of thoughts. And kind of what he said there in the part, I mean, Dallas was basically, for lack of a better term, fat-shaming him, questioning his work ethic, all that stuff. And he goes to the Lakers of all teams.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
And you see what they got in return. I mean, they got stuff. It wasn't the, I would say, the best trade we've ever seen. But I think what we've all came to say afterwards, and what probably was one of the areas that lent to the departure ultimately here of Nico Harrison,
was you can trade a superstar. You can. You hope you get more than they did. Also, number two, if you're going to go down that road, and they probably felt they had to kind of do it in a secretive way with the Lakers because it truly came out of nowhere. But if you're going to do it, open that up. What could you have gotten from OKC? What could you have gotten from Milwaukee? Could you have gotten Giannis? What could you have gotten from the Kings? What could you have gotten from, all 29 other teams. What other offers could you have had for Luka Doncic? And I think that was the biggest fault in just the concept of trading him.
But apparently what they saved in catering has really made a difference for the Mavs.
So the numbers look good this year?
Yeah.
And everyone else is doing okay nutrition-wise?
Yes.
Yeah. Haven't you seen a new slim, trim, svelte Luka Doncic?
No.
No.
Everyone's, he's still just like this pudgy guy.
You don't like Luka.
I don't. I won't say that. I'm fine with Luka. I just hated all of the. I was told during that draft.
Yep.
Luka was not only going to win a championship, he was going to win several championships for the Mavs. Not only was he going to win one MVP, he was going to win several MVPs.
So
and it really didn't even matter which team he went to. That was going to happen for him.
He's a little behind.
He's a big behind.
I knew that was coming. So he has 0 MVPs. I don't think he'll win it this year.
Which he is an incredible player.
Absolutely.
If he had a career like Dirk Nowitzki, you can consider him one of the greatest of all times.
Yes.
The way people were talking about them, if he had Dirk Nowitzki's career,
It'd be like
that'd be a failure.
Yeah, it would not be, by the way. But yeah, you're right. And I'm fascinated by this process, Chris. And I don't know when I'm saying they or who, but in this example, or we, media, whoever it is, there are people that kind of, like you said, hype people. And I don't know who I'm referring to, but I guess it's everybody. And why some get hype and others don't, I don't know. I felt for a while like, man, the league is really pushing Zion on everybody. And then now they're like done with him. Like he can't play. I'm like, Zion's still amazing. I feel like we're still definitely in the Wemby window. Like everybody loves him, and he's great. Cooper Flagg's been awesome, and I don't feel like he's getting as much love for a player that was hyped before Duke, was great at Duke, was the #1 pick, and has played great. I don't feel like – people are saying he's good, but do you feel like Cooper Flagg's been getting like this unbelievable attention?
No, I don't think anyone saw him as a generational star.
Which is weird. But Zion
now
was,
that he's
and Wemby is, and Luka is, and I don't know. He has really played well. Statistically, he's done things that people haven't done. I guess I get enamored by the people we choose to hype. And then I get bothered by, kind of like you said, which there was a time you had this take, which isn't that far off, but he's got more career to go. You thought Patrick Mahomes would win 10 MVPs and 10 Super Bowls?
10 Super Bowls and 10 Super Bowl MVPs.
And I think he's got 3?
Yeah.
And he's lost a couple, but he probably, if they would have won those, would have won the Super Bowl MVP. But the whole process to me is a lot of people think Patrick Mahomes is already a GOAT or the GOAT. And, okay, they lost this year, so why would he still – like that shouldn't frame anything different. Like if you are active and people think you're the GOAT, then you're the GOAT, as opposed to nothing should change that. If you think – I'm trying to think of another active player in a sport. Shohei Ohtani. If you think he's the greatest player ever right now and he doesn't win another World Series or an MVP, why would he not? Why would that change? Like you already have that opinion of him today. And he's still playing.
The one I've heard this argument from a few times, and it's like, what are you talking about? Is Russell Wilson playing himself out of the Hall of Fame? And it's like, okay, so you agree that he was a Hall of Fame player before,
yeah,
but now that he's gone to different teams and hasn't done well,
hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you don't think he's a Hall of Famer? How is that possible?
It's just funny in some of the arguments that we get in. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And but Luka, that trade was. Do you remember where you were when you saw it?
I was at home.
Yeah, me too.
And
I think
I texted it to you guys.
That's where I think I got it from you. Yeah, and I looked and I'm like, huh? So then I immediately went to, Sham's page and others. I'm like, oh, wait. And then just to see other people's reaction, like, is this real? Is this real? I go, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is this real?
That was a tweet I think was looked at the most of just like, okay, how did this fake Shams
have all these
Twitter account?
Yeah, because I go to the followers. I go, no, it's him. But wait, did he get hacked? Hang on. I'm not a big, we weren't on the air. It wasn't, I was like, wait, is this real? I can wait to get the exact information. Then you're like, oh my gosh, it really is real. I love that last year when we were talking to
Jim Crandall just announced that it went through.
It's official. Last year when we talked to Katie, as we do usually on Wednesdays, about it, she said, yeah, her reaction was she was on the plane and she was asleep, and everyone else on the plane knew, and they woke up and she goes like, everybody was staring at me and like, what? They just wanted her reaction to them telling her, hey, do you know that Luka got traded and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that was one of the bigger stories, certainly NBA-wise. Let's fit in at least a college memory from 2025 as well.
Uzan on the right-hand wing, stops with 7 seconds, gives it to Cryer, 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to Sharp, top of the key, lost the dribble, he's got to pick it up, it's scooped up by Condon secures it, and Florida found a way from 12 down to the school's third national championship in men's basketball, 65-63 the final. The Florida Gators are the national champions once again.
That was a great national championship game. Houston had their opportunities after they knocked out Cooper Flagg and Duke, but they could not finish that game, and Florida survived as one of the memories of 2025. All right, so tonight, Kings in action, final game of the 2025 calendar year. They play the Clippers. First matchup of the year between the two teams, and you kind of look at where they are. Kings have been a disappointing 8-24. Clippers a more disappointing 10-21. And why I say the Kings, they don't have a better situation than many teams, but I would say they got a better situation than the Los Angeles Clippers, and here's why. The Clippers right now, payroll-wise, 9th in the league. Certainly not the worst, but they owe a lot of money. They owe $50 million to Kawhi Leonard for this year and next year. James Harden will be at $42 million next year. This is the final year of John Collins. They got Zubats paid out for a couple more years, though he's at a very affordable rate. Then you got Bogey, Derek Jones, Brook Lopez, Batum, Chris Dunn, Bradley Beal. I mean, that situation didn't work out with his injury. The Chris Paul scenario that they just basically moved on from. It's just when I look at the Los Angeles Clippers, I look at a older roster even than the Sacramento Kings, and where's their next great player, right? They kind of went for it when they made the SGA trade for Paul George, and they felt with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard that at some point they would be competing for an NBA title. I do think in their defense that they had a team that was good enough to do that. They didn't get there, but they were in a mix of teams that I think was capable of doing it. I really felt that way about the Clippers. And they've made some moves to, they moved on from Norman Powell, to have John Collins and Bogey, like some experience. They still have more time in their career, but I would consider them veterans. Brook Lopez, an older player, the Chris Paul edition, like I mentioned earlier. It's just they were kind of in another mode of, we've got talent, we don't have a ton of money, but let's add guys that have experience and that can help us push us over the top. That has not happened. And it may ultimately at some point cost Ty Lue his job, who knows? Because when you're making switches, and especially if you're a team like this, I don't see them as sellers. I don't see them having a huge market for Harden or Kawhi Leonard based on how much they get paid. And their other veterans, I just don't know what will net them in return. So they're going to be a team that'll probably have to work on the edges and try to add and find that next young player. But otherwise, do they play this out through the 2027 season And as Sam suggested earlier, just kind of hit the reset and say, we just don't have it. And we just got to go. We got to change this. Texter is asking you this, Chris. I never realized how much Verlaud is a hater. He doesn't like anybody. Luka, Halliburton, Fox, the list goes on. Care to explain?
I mean, just name 3.
Okay. Does the list go on? Just so we know.
Oh, Mahomes.
Mahomes, who used to be on your list.
Yes. And that's not, I mean, it is his fault. It's all the people around him.
Shohei's not.
It's close.
He's getting close to your list. He used to be one of your favorites. Okay.
He's got one more thing. If he does one more thing, he's on the thinnest of ice.
You are on the thinnest of ice. But he's still okay. Still okay for you.
I'm trying to think.
Who is your favorite athlete right now?
My favorite athlete? Erling Haaland.
In the NBA or Major League Baseball or the NFL?
NBA, Jaime Jaquez. Junior.
MLB?
MLB, ugh. I don't know.
Jackson Holiday, just for the song?
Maybe.
And NFL, do you have one?
NFL. No, not that I could think of.
Okay. So it's Erling Haaland and Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Junior.
Yeah. Let's see. Suggestion, Clippers go young, Timberwolves try to win now. All right. Let's see. Verlaud doesn't like Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. You said the Clippers only 3 back of the play-in with the Kings win
Is the
tonight.
chat just turning into what does Verlaud hate?
Yes. If you say the Clippers only 3 back of the play-in with the Kings win tonight, we won't be much behind. Why can't the Kings be in that convo? They can be. I just don't know that that's that realistic. If the Kings win tonight, right now the Kings are 5.5 back of the play-in. So that's pretty good distance. I don't know. As you've looked at the Kings, have you felt like they are a play-in team? I don't. Now, the shame in that's been a spot I think we have had desire to get to just to get in and feel like a part of the mix. I will not be mad if the Kings get there, but I will be mad if the Kings get there by trying to add a player in pursuit of that. And let me see if I can make that clearer. If the Kings traded, look, Zach LaVine and Malik Monk are in rumors with the Bucks. I don't know how that happens. Let's just say somehow they traded those 2 guys. And whatever they got in return fit the criteria that I want it to be and that I think the Kings want it to be as draft picks, maybe a younger player or financial freedom for the team. If they hit those notes and by those trades of those 2 players opened up a logjam of minutes for some others and that combination got them better, I'm okay with that. But I'm not in, hey, let's trade for this veteran to pursue the 10th or 9th spot. I don't think that's going to benefit the Kings at all. I just don't. If you get there because this roster either figures it out, or which I don't believe will happen, or you make a trade and that trade helps you get there in a way that you didn't add a veteran or a salary, I'm okay with that. I'm not rooting against the Kings. I never do that. So anyway, I hope that explanation made sense. But as we look at this for tonight, the other thing to kind of evaluate here as we're looking at these Kings and Clippers, I don't think the Kings are in a great position now, but I do think they're in a better position than the Clippers, who are in more of that, we have paid our roster to win a chance. Like the Kings haven't fully gone for it to me, and now I think they're going the other direction, like trying to retool and rebuild this. But I think they're in a better spot than them. But the other part, as I said, we're kind of in an evaluation phase of all things. And one person in fairness, we have to evaluate is Doug Christie. And I said when Doug got the job, he's going to be a hard one for me to evaluate because of I've never had a connection with a coach before they became a coach like I have with Doug. Just knowing him personally, liking him, As a friend, I'm rooting. I want the Kings to win every game anyway, but I want it for Doug too. Like I know what this means to him. I know how much he wants this to be successful, and I'm telling you this to my core. I believe this. Yes, it would benefit him, but I don't think he cares about that. I think he wants this so badly for this city, for this organization that's meant so much to him. And if they won a title ever and he was the head coach, I know he would be elated. I know he would be thrilled. I'm guessing there'll be tears. But it wouldn't be in the way that it was like, I did this. It would be, we did this. And this would be back to, Weber and Pollard and Vlade and that group, as much for them and for the fans that were around then and that are still around now, that he wanted to deliver as a player and didn't. They could have, but they didn't. And that's still sitting with him. It's the unfinished business. And we all talk about, I don't know that Doug's a head coach of any other team in the NBA, but he is of this one. And he knows that. He's got that opportunity. He wants to be great at it. And so when people, I'm going to try to evaluate him as fairly as I possibly can. It's difficult. I'll admit it. I probably have a bias here. So I'm saying that up front. And with that as a caveat, and Doug's record as coach of this team, now 35 wins, 48 losses. Not a winning record. That doesn't blow you away. I will say I've been more impressed. I was more impressed in Doug's resume about how he took over the team and kept that in order, and they also traded Fox, and they had to go through a lot. I mean, and I think the description was last year was like trying to land the plane while taking over in midair. I mean, that's not easy. Not easy at all. I think the setup for this year, it was going to be more beneficial for him to start a training camp, to have his fingerprints on this team. But I also don't think he's got the most favorable roster. We look at it and we go, there's flaws in the roster. He has to coach the roster. He's made his share of mistakes. I'm not going to say, hey, look, Doug's the perfect coach. Just get him a better roster. They're going to win. I think teams with better rosters, naturally the coaches win more. Coaches can help you. Coaches can hurt you. I do think Doug has the right temperament. I'm glad that whether it was organizationally and internally, or Doug in his own self-reflection, I feel like he has, like Sam alluded to earlier, like the messaging is a little bit different now through 32 games than maybe it was in the first 15, where the losses and some of them were getting out of hand, and Doug was wearing those very, very visibly and addressing the team publicly and really going after them. And I think there's a sense of you need to do that, certainly, but I was worried about how he was handling it. It's a long season, and it was a little bit out of his character. He's very competitive, but he's very much he's a good dude. He's a fun guy to be around. He's a happy guy. And I'm like, this is not feeling like Doug. And that comes a little bit with coaching, but I feel like now he's finding more of his joy in coaching, in teaching. I know he wants to teach. He loves to teach the game, to the little stuff, the nuance of the game and the nuances. So right now, I personally believe, like, if Doug had a brand new, fresh roster that was young guys, that would be like the peak of what I think we would see as him as a coach. So if someone asks, is he a good coach? I think he's got the traits to be. I really do. Now, your record, 8-24 is not good. I don't know if we take Mark Daigneault, who has the best record in the league, I don't know if he's the best coach, but he was the reigning coach of the year. If you put him on the Sacramento Kings, how many more wins do the Kings have? That's the only way to me that you could ever really, truly tell and compare coaches. There's schemes, there's philosophies, but I got to believe Doug would have a pretty good record if he was coaching OKC. Mike Brown has a better team now than he did with the Sacramento Kings, and he's got a better record with the New York Knicks. I think Mike Brown's a good coach. I do. Rick Carlisle is a really good coach. He's got a key player out. They've had some other issues. They're now 6-27. He's won a championship, got another team to a championship last year. It's you're as good as your players, as good as your setup. The Kings do not have a great setup. So I feel like I need more information. There's some things I've questioned during games and said on the show that Doug has done. I think he's done a good job of adjusting and looking at different things, whether it's been out of necessity due to injuries. I think he's learned that there's politics involved in this with veteran players and agents, and there's a lot of things that go on to being an NBA head coach. But when I look at the team, I look at their ability to compete. I think they've done a pretty good job of that. There's been slippage at times. They've had some blowout losses. There are more nights that I see them play and I go, they just don't have enough. So certainly it's on all of them. It's they lose together. They'll get praised together. And when you're 8-24, I feel like everybody's kind of a target here. But as they evaluate the team on a day-to-day basis, they're evaluating Doug. And I think we all are too. And me personally, I would like to see him with a little bit of a different roster. And there's some organizations that just aren't in the search and coach replacing mood all the time. Like I look at a team like Utah, who, if I'm not mistaken, Will Hardy was hired in the same cycle that Mike Brown was. So he came on in Utah. Mike Brown came here. Mike Brown and the Beam team happened. They had the next year, and then last year he was removed. Will Hardy's still there. They haven't been a play-in team or a playoff team, and they're comfortable with what they're doing. I don't think they love being 12-19, but they know what they are, and they know that they're building and rebuilding. There's other teams that have stuck with coaches for a while. Jordy Fernandez is in year 2. I'm not suggesting he should go anywhere, but I don't think there's any rumors of him going anywhere. They're 10-20. They just don't have the roster. So as they build those culture and the foundation and lay it down in those cities, will Sacramento be allowed to do the same thing? I hope so. I'd like to see it, and I'd like to see Doug get a better roster and continue to go forward. But he and the rest of the Kings will be in action tonight against the Clippers. And like we said, we'll have game night for you tonight, 6:30. Kings Live pregame at 7:30. Tip-off tonight at 8. All right, still to come, Crosstalk with Chris Watkins. He will join us for that and celebrity birthdays. But up next, What's on Deck, brought to you by our friends at Trex Decking and Railing. That's straight ahead.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
Toyota Thon is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on your favorite fuel-efficient Toyota models. Hurry in to get a low-cost lease on the 2026 Corolla or the 51 MPG all-hybrid 2026 Camry. Or choose the fully redesigned all-electric 2026 BZ and get 0% financing plus $3,500 finance cash. These are the deals you've been waiting for. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium-rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Finance cash must be applied to transaction. Ends 1/5/26.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. That's InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today.
What will a Maverick do? 'Cause you're a Maverick too.
Give to get with no gimmicks. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you?
Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Well, I'll be. Let's find out what's on deck. Brought to you by our friends at Trex Decking and Railing. Let's see what we got here in our hot little hands. Well, we got Kings at Clippers tonight. Chris, let's play the game. I have not looked. Point spread tonight. Kings at Clippers.
Clippers 8.5.
Dang it, that was my number. I'll go one under. Clippers 7.5. It is should have went the other way. Clippers 9.5. From the NBA as well, 76ers at the Grizzlies. Well, let's just keep. I looked at the spread. What's your guess?
76ers and
at the Grizzlies.
At the Grizzlies. Sixers 4.5.
Sixers 1.5.
Oh.
Celtics at Jazz.
Celtics 7.5.
Ooh, Celtics 8.5. Pistons at Lakers.
Lakers 2.5.
Pistons 2.5.
Oh.
Yeah. Those are the NBA games tonight. Ooh, more bowl games. Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
Not a bowl.
Not a bowl. Coastal Carolina versus Louisiana Tech. Ooh. When those two teams play, Chris, you often throw out the record books. The Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Of course, Louisiana Tech favored by 10 in that one. We have the Liberty Mutual, Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl that has Tennessee versus Illinois, with Tennessee favored by 3. And 16th ranked USC is against TCU in the Valero Alamo Bowl. The Trojans are favored by 5.5. Did we ever figure out if Dave was going to that game? Because we know he loves LA.
He should be.
Yeah.
And looking at Ticketmaster right now, you can get in for as low as $57.
Is that to the Alamo Bowl?
That's the Alamo Bowl.
Okay. How about, Chris, I want to go to the Music City Bowl, though, and check out in Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. I see where the tickets are. Ticket price? As low as $31? Is that what you have?
I see 33.
Oh. All right. Well,
that's for the pregame tailgate.
Oh. The pregame is more than the tickets for the game. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. I want to go to Independence Stadium in Shreveport, Louisiana to see Coastal Carolina take on Louisiana Tech in that Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
Well, they've got a deal right now where you can get 4 for $160.
$40 a pop. Not bad. Have you been to a bowl game before?
No. Oh, you get in there for $25.
I got him. What's the ticket price? Let's look ahead for New Year's Day because that's the next round of the college football playoff. What do we got there for Thursday's Oregon Texas Tech game? That's the Orange Bowl. What are we talking about ticket prices for that?
The Capital One Orange Bowl?
Capital One Orange Bowl.
Well, currently on Ticketmaster, you can get in for $72.
Okay. You got Miami, Ohio State, in Arlington, Texas, Alabama, Indiana, or Ole Miss, Georgia. I bet Ole Miss, Georgia is the most expensive one in New Orleans. Or would it be at the Pasadena in the Rose Bowl? Alabama, Indiana. Oh, man, that's going to be a lot of red, the Rose Bowl. Lot of red.
You get in for $89 at the Rose Bowl.
Okay. How about the Caesars Superdome? I think that's the biggest ticket. Georgia and Ole Miss.
Ooh, that's it.
What is it?
Cheapest ticket's $169.
Woo! And I don't think it's Miami, Ohio State. That one is the other one. That one's played the day before, Wednesday night. That's in Arlington, Texas.
Oh, easy to get into. You get in for $30.
Oh, light work. There you go. Well, good luck to one and all if you're trying to get to your bowl games. I've gone to the Freedom Bowl that used to be played at Anaheim Stadium years ago. Went to that a couple times. Went to the Rose Bowl. I think that's the list of bowl games I've been to. That's it.
What was the almond one that was at?
Oh, in
the Giants Stadium.
Yeah. Emerald Nuts or
yes,
Emerald.
That was it.
And then it would turn into something else for a while. But yeah. We're continuing to reflect on moments from 2025 as we wrap up 2026.
Hey, how about Oasis getting back together?
I mean, am I right? That was one of your highlights, going to the Rose Bowl. You saw the Rose Bowl.
Twice.
Yeah. And you were there with Sean.
I was.
Yeah.
And Anthony.
And Anthony, that's right. You had an opportunity for both. Let's relive one of the great moments this year, and we had an incredible World Series.
Full count, Hoffman delivers. Rojas hits it in the air, left field. This ball's got some carry. It is gone! It's gone! And Game 7 is tied!
Unbelievable the way that World Series played out. The Dodgers would tie it. Then it looked like the Blue Jays may win it.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch. Clement lifts it in the air, left field. Kike Hernandez running back. It's in the gap. It is on the track. They converge. Pages reaches up and makes the catch as he crashes into Kike. Oh my gosh! We're going to extra innings. A Yamamoto miracle in the 9th.
Will Smith would homer to put the Dodgers ahead, and then they were trying to close it out.
Coming to Kirk. Broken back, ground ball. Betts has it, steps on the bag. The throw to first. Double play from backs against the wall to back. The Dodgers cement their dynasty.
I should have figured. Sactown Tony says, don't play this crap. Just thinking of the great moments of the year.
Choke artists.
The Jays?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were so many ways.
Oh, look at us. Our fans have affordable health care. Get out of here.
There were so many ways that Toronto should have won that World Series and didn't. But it gave us a great World Series. But, man, they are going to kick themselves for that one for a long time. Long time.
Okay, I need to ask Zebra this question. It's very rare that I ask on the air a YouTube question.
What?
Zebra said that they saw UCLA at Ohio State at the Rose Bowl in 1976.
Yes.
I need to know how expensive that ticket was.
Okay. I don't know this for a fact, but I think I went to that game too. And I wouldn't know. I was way
like
too
your
young.
21st birthday?
No, 83rd.
Present? Oh.
I think I went to that, but I'm not certain. What's your guess?
I'm guessing it's like $12.
Let me see if I can do a little Google search. UCLA versus Ohio State.
It's so weird taking the bus to that stadium because you're just like going through a neighborhood.
Yeah.
That just surrounds the place. Like that would be weird just living there.
Okay, I'm seeing what ticket, like the collectible tickets are, but I want to see if I can see one that has, okay, is this the ticket price? No way. Okay, definitely read that wrong. It's funny. All right, I've got the ticket picture here for you, Chris. New Year's, January 1st, 1976. Free auto parking is how it's listed on the ticket. Gate check, void attached. All right, what was your guess on tickets? Ticket price?
I think I said $15.
The ticket price.
And where is it? Where is it located at?
Oh, I wonder if that matters. Tunnel 11, row 48, seat 114. So we were 20. That might be near the opposite side. That might be near the 50. I'm not sure exactly. But $15. Well done. You got it. Right on. Let me see if I can find another one here.
Okay, well, not that bad. In today's dollars, that would be $85.
Still a lot. That's a lot.
Still goes along with my rule
of
has to be under $100. 100 or lower.
Yeah, I see another one. Tunnel 26, $15. Yeah. So $15 was basically the asking price back then. All right.
Oh, that might be Zebra's ticket, by the way that you described it. Sat on the 50-yard line about 2/3 up.
Wow. Good for you, Zeebs. Yeah. We had other guesses at $15. MC said 14 cents. No, a little more than that, but yeah, there you go. All right. Final segment of the final show for us. We will have a show here tomorrow just without us and on Friday as well. But we will have Crosstalk with Chris Watkins, celebrity birthdays. That's coming your way next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
California's largest sportsman's expo is back, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. Find a huge selection of fishing boats, kayaks, side-by-sides, and more than 50,000 square feet of RVs and campers. And check out Toyota's full lineup of trucks and SUVs. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. More info at sportsexpos.com.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
When value matters, Elk Grove Chevrolet delivers. Right now, lease a new Chevrolet Silverado LT for $250 per month plus tax. The Silverado 1500 stands out with composed handling, competitive towing, payload, roomy cabin, and fuel economy. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com for full lease details. Don't miss your chance to drive the new Chevrolet Silverado. Stop by Elk Grove Chevrolet today and experience quality that goes the distance.
The new year is upon us with promises of new beginnings and new adventures. But don't let this past year slip away without savoring the memories made with family and friends. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Looking forward is always exciting, but I have a lot to appreciate in this past year, revolving around time with family and more good time spent around my Naturewood dining table. Watching my grandsons enjoy birthdays and holidays was priceless and reminds me that new life is the perfect balance between yesterday and today. Greet the new year with a visit to Naturewood Home Furnishings during their annual New Year's sale going on now, including all the fine furniture and accessories in every department. How about a new style for the new year? Find that perfect piece of furniture that's new today and filled with future memories for tomorrow. The memories you make with your family will stay with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone.
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Michelob Ultra and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITBFest.com.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah. We're about to ring in the new year. One more day till we get there. It is New Year's Eve. Chris Watkins will be hosting the midday show. He is in studio. Hi, Chris.
Hi. I can't remember the last time I did this without Dave here.
Oh, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah. We might actually get to talk about this. Maybe.
Do you have a New Year's Eve routine or tradition or something that, or it's just kind of year by year?
Avoiding New Year's Eve parties would
That's
be
fine.
No. No, not really.
But that's your everyday tradition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of avoiding parties.
Sorry.
Do you know what you will be doing tomorrow night?
I think so. I think we hammered it down yesterday because I was doing what I was trying to get out of also going to a holiday party these past couple days. So I finally did get out of said holiday party. So now I have to figure out, okay, well, you said we can't go to the holiday party. So what are we going to do? That's still what I'm trying to figure out. I just think New Year's is like such an overrated, I hate to sound like the oldest man on the planet. Sorry, but, it's just like, I don't care. It's just a whatever.
Yeah, I guess I will say we have family and friends. Like, I guess, have the party, but I don't feel like we're...
It's an excuse to celebrate, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I also just feel like this holiday season, like, really wiped me out. Like, I did 3 days of Christmas, this, like, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, day after, and it was just like, I don't know. Now I'm just like...
Is your Christmas stuff still up?
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm big on that. Like, leave it for a while.
At least until January.
Yeah, I talked to, let's see, Kings played the 26th or 27th? 27th, maybe. Yeah. And I talked to Deuce. I said, I know, because he's big on, like, Christmas over, Christmas stuff down. He goes, we took it down the 26th. I'm like, is it a race?
Yeah. I mean, he's just in such a rush to be over the... Because, like, mainly it's just the feels that it brings, right? Like, your houses are decorated, turn on the lights at night, it's a vibe. Like, maybe you get the fireplace going. Like, it's just a really comfy, cozy environment, and it sounds like... I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but like,
we'll teach their own, I guess, right? But I won't be the last one in the neighborhood, but I'll be near the end. Like some people, the lights are still up. Okay, hint. Okay, but I mean, it's not into March or anything, but I'll be to probably mid-January.
Yeah, it'll probably
whatever
be
weekend
mid-January.
feels right. Like, all right, tree's dead. All right, that goes. Lights come down. All right, we're good.
Lights come down. Yeah, it's usually by February. If it's still up, then you probably need to look in the mirror and say, like, all right, like it might be time. Our friend Kevin John, he's a big like 365er. He keeps his Christmas. He just keeps his Christmas tree up all year.
He does
all year.
Okay, weirdo. Party of what?
Yeah.
He's just a happy guy.
He's just, I think he's just trying to feel the joy.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a gift under that thing every day.
That was absolutely insane.
And opens it for himself.
Crazy.
I didn't know I got myself this.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's coming up on your show today?
Oh, man, a lot. We are going to look at, as Russell Westbrook over the weekend, I think it was actually all on Saturday, just, blowing through the all-time leaderboards.
What the hell?
Who else?
Russell Westbrook?
who else but Kyle and myself, two guys under 30, to go through the list of where Russ fits in the all-time point guard list. So I thought that would be a fun exercise. Of course, going to preview the Kings game tonight, but we're also going to get to Scott Perry over the holidays. Went on his old podcast, the Hoop Genius podcast, and I think he had some very, very telling nuggets in there about how he wants to build this thing and how he sees this team kind of shaping up in the years coming. So definitely need to get to that. I think we're doing that.
So who is he looking at Denver?
Well, we know it's wait, on Denver.
Yeah, you said he's looking at some nuggets.
Nuggets. God, this guy. Probably Jonas Valanciunas. We know he was eyeing Dario Saric.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Does it surprise you? I asked that because I think Westbrook and Harden have had similar-ish careers. So I put that poll question out: who's had the better career? And I just think more people hate Harden. Is why this
really?
Because it was 84% Russ to 81 to 15.9 as who's had the better career. I mean, each has had an MVP. Both have been scoring champs, multiple All-Stars, multiple All-NBA. Right. I feel like they're very similar.
Yeah, I think Russ benefits from like the narrative of like hard worker and like the triple-double stuff, and I think James kind of gets the complete opposite PR too, where it's like this guy's ball hog, this guy's selfish, this guy loses in playoffs, and Russ has always been like the darling, right? Like when he was the last one to stay in OKC, and so people liked him for that. It was, hey, I don't care if Russ wins a championship because he got stranded here by himself, and James Harden was the selfish guy who is never successful in the playoffs. So that would be my read on it. I think Kyle actually, as we were kind of talking about the point guard list, he thinks that James is just straight up better than Russ and always has been. And I think that it's definitely not an 85-15.
Well, that's surprising.
Probably more of a 55-45 conversation. Well, it's a good one though. It's definitely, I mean, especially with how parallel those two guys' career has been. It's really interesting. It's probably more of a pick your ice cream flavor.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're going to pick our cookie flavor here because birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. Celebrity birthday time. It's a good day. Long list today. So let's fire away. Chris v. Chris.
Ooh.
In the final.
Almost as good as Kramer v. Kramer.
Matchup here on the show. All right.
What do you know about that?
Literally nothing. I know the title, and I recently figured out it's about divorce.
Yes.
That is what the extent.
And where the child is going into, so it's a very dark choice of yours.
Wow.
How about seeing that as a kid?
Yeah.
Going through a family that was divorced, and I'm like, I remember crying in that movie.
Yeah,
it was
who's
probably
making
probably not the best decision for about a 6 or 7 year old, whatever I was, to watch that. Anyway, I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyways, Chris versus Chris.
Happy birthday today to LeBronathan James.
Oh,
LeBron James.
Recuse. I do know the answer to this. Yeah.
41.
Yeah.
Is he right?
He is super correct.
Hey, we've got correct answers, both of you guys.
LeBron.
It's Icon Day, Legend Day. Who was more impactful in their sport, LeBron or happy birthday, Tiger Woods?
Ooh. Interesting. I will say Tiger is 48.
Nope, he's 49.
Ooh.
Chris is closer. Which one? Verlade, 50.
Oh, I was thinking 50 was next year, obviously, because I picked 49.
Right.
Let's go with the spawn of a legend, Layla Ali.
Ooh.
Don't know if that's how she wants to be.
Let's say Layla is, I'll guess, I'll say 46. 46?
Ooh, that's what I was going to go with.
Yeah. No.
I'll say
you know what they say.
40. No. I'm going to say 49.
No.
Chris is closer. Verlade, 48 for Layla Ali. How about a pitching legend, Sandy Koufax?
Layla Ali has been famous my whole life, and I don't think she's ever boxed in my life.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I think she did. You were
not in like my conscious, past 7, 8. Like she was in the I remember her appearing on MTV and being like, "Hey, here's Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter," but I don't ever remember anyone being like, "Oh my gosh, the Layla Ali fight is tonight, and this is gonna be."
Well, they were never really
ever.
Huge pay-per-views.
For sure, absolutely. But to not even hear, I don't know. I watched a lot of Daily Sports Center, and I don't ever remember seeing.
Her last fight was February 3rd, 2007.
Yeah, started track, so I was about 12. That's probably later than I would have guessed, but anyways, Sandy Koufax.
That was very Allen of you.
Yeah, sorry. Ugh. 83. I don't know. Anyone named
85.
Sandy, right?
Christopher Lotta's closer. Happy 90th
Whoa.
birthday for Sandy Koufax.
Swing and a miss.
Let's go with Kenyon Martin.
Huh. Senior.
Yes.
Okay. Kmart. We'll say 51.
47.
Christopher Lotta's closer.
Yeah.
48.
I think it might have been a high
Happy
school
birthday to Carson Wentz.
Boo. Played all right for a couple weeks. Carson Wentz, 32. 33.
32.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Chris Watkins.
Oh.
33. Good shift. Happy birthday.
The second guessing finally came to.
Thank you, Carson.
Happy
Carson's
birthday
parents.
to
Okay.
Kerry Collins.
Oh. Yikes. Kerry Collins. Wow. Let's say Kerry Collins, 54.
50.
Kerry Collins closer to Chris Watkins, 53.
Wow. Terrible quarterback.
Former A's closer Grant Balfour.
Okay.
Crikey.
Let's see.
Kerry Collins, by the way, 23rd all-time in passing yards.
Balfour, Australian for strikeout.
That's amazing. Was that actually a thing?
No.
That's
should have been.
incredible. Yeah, I'm like, that's a really good tagline. Let's go Balfour. He's probably, I don't even know if he, we'll say 40.
Balfour is 42.
Christopher Lotta's closer, 48.
Whoa.
Okay.
He looks good for his age. I've seen him recently.
All right, I'm going to just read off. You guys tell me which one you'd Ellie Goulding, Tyrese Gibson, Tracy Ullman, Meredith Vieira, Matt Lauer, Sean Hannity, AJ Przynski. Yeah. That's
Tracy Ullman is 71.
Okay, do you have someone you would
Matt
like to guess?
Lauer is 64.
You had everyone to pick through.
Yeah, I know.
Matt Lauer is 68, and Tracy Ullman is 66.
I'm really glad I didn't ask. What happened to Matt Lauer? Yeah. Good thing I didn't ask.
That will be discovered next with Chris Watkins. That's it for Christopher Lott and myself. Also, thanks to Sam Amick. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Be safe, be smart, have some fun as well. But Chris Watkins is coming your way next right here on Sactown.
Plaid, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery.